It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, who at the best, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
And now, WWE Network presents NXT TakeOver Portland.
Poppy popping off as we get things started. The majestic Pacific Northwest is playing host to its first blockbuster black and gold brand event from the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. This is NXT TakeOver. In a city known for its microbreweries, NXT serving up a six-pack that will feature plenty of hops, including our first of 4 championship matches.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. making his way to the ring from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 340 pounds. He is the NXT North American Champion, Keith Lee!
NXT North American Champion Keith Lee getting set to renew his epic rivalry with Dominik Dijakovic, Mauro Ranallo, along with Nigel McGuinness, WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix on what promises to be another momentous night for NXT.
And we are starting off with a true battle of the Titans. Hall of Famer Mark Henry has said this is the match to watch. We're kicking it off with a big one, Beth.
Keith Lee had said on Twitter, 2020 shall be all about change. Change the industry, growth, progress, personally and professionally, and he has done just that.
The two Titans have been on a collision course over the past year in a series of matches that have truly redefined what big men can do inside the squared circle. Tonight, the rubber match. They are 1, 1, and 2. Portland basking in the glory of the Limitless One, Keith Lee, making his Portland, Oregon debut in his first North American title defense on his first singles match at TakeOver.
And his opponent from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 270 pounds, Dominik Dijakovic!
But will it be his last title defense? If Heavy Double D has his say, I dare say it might be. This man's 6'7", nearly 300 pounds himself. You heard what Mark Henry has said about this man. He moves like the best of them.
One thing you can say about Dominik Dijakovic is he is hungry. He feels he's paid every conceivable due. He's sacrificed to get this moment, and he deserves it.
After Dijakovic's victory over Killian Dane, he was given the opportunity to challenge Lee. The question is, will the respect that they have forged over the past few months go out the window when the North American title is on the line? And handling things in Espanol, our good friends Carlos Cabrera and Jerry Soto.
Gracias, con pura calidad técnica, enormes combates. Lleno esto de puras estrellas, 4 títulos en juego en TakeOver Portland.
Así que quienes terminarán en pie, quienes saldrán con títulos, habrá cambio de títulos. Va a ser increíble esta noche aquí en NXT. Gracias por estar con nosotros.
The North American Championship. Keith Lee, the 6th man to hold this prestigious crown, but he faces his stiffest test ever in his #1 rival, Dominik Dijakovic. Portland living up to its reputation as one of the most electric and intense sports entertainment crowds anywhere. And Lee and Dijakovic about to go at it like Portland icons, Playboy Buddy Rose and Rowdy Roddy Piper back in the day.
Don Owens would love this matchup. Here we go.
One thing I can tell you from experience is when you find another competitor that can up your game, raise your level, you look forward to that challenge, that matchup.
These two know each other extremely well. Their rivalry dates back to before they both made it to the ultimate proving ground, NXT. And of course, Lee with the psychological advantage of being the NXT North American champion. Already their agility on display. Ooh, discus kick. Blocked by Lee, tip up by Dijakovic, and Lee catching them in midair.
Remarkable quick movement by both of these big men, completely denying physics.
My goodness! We are all basking in the glory of that incredible Hurricane Rana.
Just look at the incredible agility for a man 320 pounds.
Grizzly Magnum was blocked by Dijakovic. Spinning heel kick that missed for Lee. And in the immortal words of WWE Hall of Fame announcer Gorilla Monsoon, the irresistible force has met the immovable object in Portland.
You can see a smile on Keith Lee's face, enjoying this competition. Oh, you can see an example of the crush grip right there. Keith Lee has incredible strength in the hand, tendon strength.
Oh, wow, look at that straight arm lever with the lift. Applying pressure to the elbow and the shoulder.
How strong is Keith Lee? Once pulled a Jeep with a rope 40 yards in 12 and a half seconds as Dijakovic responds with a chop to the chest. Unable to break that vice-like grip employed by Keith Lee. Lee sending Dijakovic for the ride, and what a leapfrog by Lee! Oh, discus, the cyclone kick connected, Nigel.
And finally Lee goes down, and like Piper says, the bigger they are, the harder it is they fall. They just don't fall quite so often.
Oh my God!
Talk about a jumbo jet Fosbury flop, and Lee catches Dijakovic. A look of disbelief on the face of Dijakovic, 6'7", 270 pounds lifted up like that.
Dijakovic fighting for his life there to prevent the powerbomb on the apron.
Oh, and Lee almost driven headfirst into the ring post. Remember, champion's advantage. The only way that Dijakovic can become North American champion is by pinfall or submission in the ring, Beth.
Absolutely, but if he were to get a little damage done, Keith
Up
Lee
to the
would raise
count of
his
5
chances.
inside.
Oh, the suplex and wow, a hard landing. Keith Lee crashing and burning after Dijakovic had a little difficulty picking up the 6'2", 320-pounder.
You can understand why. Trying that suplex, really had to dig down deep, and you saw Lee's arm there going underneath the bottom rope, which broke the official's count.
And for the first time, Lee has been stopped in his tracks. Dijakovic needs to hurry up a little bit, get him in the ring, and go for a cover.
Dijakovic doing exactly that now.
Dijakovic picking up his victory over Keith Lee in dynamic fashion, and really these two, every time they meet in the squared circle, it is an NXT moment featuring the moment maker Keith Lee and a man who's looking to seize the moment, Dominik Dijakovic.
A well-earned journey for Dijakovic, beating Damian Priest.
And Killian Dane in his last matchup.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
And Dijakovic giving it to Keith Lee physically and verbally, Beth.
This is such an important moment for Dijakovic.
Clubbing forearm by Dijakovic and a boot to the face, keeping the NXT North American champion grounded, and obviously all respect has been thrown out the window by Dominik Dijakovic, who uncorked a vicious right hand.
Did he ever? And Lee's not even getting his hands up to protect himself.
Dijakovic smart to be the aggressor in this situation.
The impact across the sternum of Keith Lee, who has been staggered by the dauntless and destructive Dominik Dijakovic.
Wait a second. Dijakovic tried this on the outside.
Dijakovic's got to get those hips low to get the leverage to hoist the big man.
And Lee, of course, with the low center of gravity, showcasing his strength. The ultimate test of strength.
Oh!
And the southpaw unloads on Dijakovic.
That neck and trap area that's been bothering Dijakovic from earlier in the matchup.
We can wax poetic about how athletic, how agile these two warriors are, but at the end of the day, they're two behemoths, and they are two of the heaviest hitters in NXT.
So much torque behind each and every one of those strikes.
Backbreaker by Keith Lee, looking for the German suplex.
Oh, wow.
And Keith Lee, North American champion, goes for the cover, and Dijakovic shoots that right shoulder up before the count of 3.
Take a look at this German suplex, but from a standing position, he elected to stay up. which made the fall that much more awkward for Dijakovic.
Well, Dijakovic trying to shake off the cobwebs from that impact, but again, favoring that that right trap, neck, and shoulder area.
Both gladiators born with athletic genetics. Dijakovic, a standout three-sport athlete in school. Keith Lee, a former football player and basketball player, and Dijakovic looking to avoid the Big Bang catastrophe. And oh, there's a catastrophe for Lee, but not for long as he buries Dijakovic in the corner with his massive girth.
That's what Lee needs to do right now, close the distance between himself and Dijakovic. Dijakovic has a reach
of there it is, the cyclone kick by Dijakovic.
Wow! And insult to injury across the sternum.
Dijakovic steps over the champion. Dijakovic going all the way to the high red district. Rent is due. Wow, mamma mia! Corkscrew moonsault. Dijakovic 1 count away from winning his first championship in NXT.
Look at the shock and disappointment on Dijakovic's face. Let's take another look at this huge boot to the mush on Keith Lee. Dijakovic heads to the top, and you can see the impact from that beautiful corkscrew moonsault. And thunderous applause from the NXT universe.
And can Dijakovic follow up now? Look at this. 320 pounds.
Are we
dead weight squat.
Are we about to feast our eyes on the, well, no. Keith Lee keeps Dominik Dijakovic from showing off his impressive strength. Momentarily, Dijakovic walks right into the sharpest point of the elbow.
You gotta imagine, Mauro, every time you pick up an opponent of that size, it takes just as much out of you.
Wow! A striking smorgasbord, and you can hear the impact.
Neither of these men willing to go down to their feet.
Thudding blows by both the champion Lee and the challenger Dijakovic, unable to level Lee. And Lee, you don't want to make Keith Lee angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Lee smash.
Oh! Wow!
A war of attrition unfolding here in our opener. They're at a stalemate in terms of their record against each other, and they are giving as good as they are getting in this titanic struggle for the NXT North American Championship.
These two men so evenly matched in strength, and they know each other so well.
Dijakovic blocked the Grizzly Magnum and delivers a well-placed knee.
Looks to follow up, yes! But unfortunately for Dijakovic, the impact of that clothesline took Lee underneath the bottom rope.
He's got to get Keith Lee back to the center of the ring to get a pinfall.
Two superstars bigger than stacked exponentials looking to reap the dividends of hard work, tenacity, perseverance, and the sacrifice that it takes to be a champion. Keith Lee ascending the turnbuckles, and Beth, he wants to take Dominik Dijakovic on a trip.
Lee has enjoyed Dijakovic as a challenge, but he certainly does not want to give up or give way to lose that North American Championship.
And Nigel Dijakovic driving Lee's head into the top turnbuckle.
Well, trying to stymie the advance of Keith Lee. Oh my God, look at this. Lee climbing up to try to get the advantage, but instead it's Dijakovic who's got it.
No way!
An avalanche, feast your eyes, no way! Mamma mia!
That's it! Cover, cover, cover!
Dijakovic with the back press! Lee kicks out! Lee kicks out! Rappers Pop Smoke and Quavo aren't the only ones shaking the room. This registered on the Richter scale.
Watch the impact here. 600 pounds clattering into the mat. here from a different angle.
Let's take a look at one more angle. You can hear the thunderous impact and see Lee's body bounce when it hit the mat.
What's more awesome? The avalanche feast your eyes or the fact that Keith Lee kicked out Nigel?
I'm impressed with both. Still one man.
Oh! A pulsating pounce! And Dijakovic's head hit the bottom turnbuckle!
Just take a look here. One word, two letters. Ow!
And it was that middle turnbuckle that spelled doom for Dijakovic. More pounds to the ounce for Lee, and Beth, he is definitely not clowning.
That precarious landing. Dominic Dijakovic writhing on the floor here, looking to get a breather. Could be his only hope of recovering to get back to his feet.
And they're getting a little too close for comfort. Again, championship advantage belongs to Keith Lee. Referee administering the 10 count. I don't know about you guys, but I'm... Oh, wow! A ferocious left forearm on Dijakovic!
The official up to 5 now. The official going to show some leniency here.
Well, especially knowing how epic this rivalry has been. And that grisly magnum reverberating throughout the Moda Arena here in Portland. Oh, wow. Keith Lee inhospitably giving Dijakovic a seat.
Just got hit with Dijakovic's perspiration. Oh my God!
I retired. I could feel that percussion in my chest.
The count has been broken. Keith Lee and Dijakovic still on the outside, and now it's Keith Lee who's taking a seat. Oh! Ah, the super kick! And that connected flush on the face of the North American champion.
Wait a minute.
No, no, no!
Mamma Mia! Mamma Mia!
I have never seen anything like this. 270-pound missile through the air. Perfect landing. Oh, my Lord.
Pinpoint accuracy.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's heavy double D! Wow!
Half a foot to the left or the right, this match would be over.
And finally, back inside the confines of the ring, where Dijakovic appears ready to be crowned NXT North American champion.
If there was ever a time, Morrow, it is now. Dijakovic's got him in his sights.
Oh, wait a second. Lee's got the advantage back.
Lee looking for the Big Bang catastrophe instead of back elbows that are really taking their toll, or are they?
Oh my God!
Rising like a phoenix! And oh, Dijakovic on his feet! Super kick connects!
Oh, here we go, hooking him up. Wait a second, no! It's the strength of Lee!
Oh my God! Unbelievable! Now Dijakovic in trouble!
Dijakovic ready to take a... Oh, wow! The 6'7" Dijakovic lands on his feet! Dijakovic... Oh, my God! No, don't tell me! Spirit bomb! And yet Dijakovic still on his feet!
What?
How is he standing?
An incredulous look on the face of Lee, rolling up Dijakovic! This clash of titans continues! I have a feeling this match is going to be limitless.
What a moment! What a match!
And these two have been treating each other like Twitter troglodytes as they both want to secure the title, Beth. And you know what? There is a part, of course, the professional pride, the rivalry that has been the talk of the industry. They want resolution here tonight.
Mauro, you mentioned that there's also a deep respect between these two competitors. Like we said before, they are elevating each other and elevating, in turn, competition across the entire landscape of NXT.
This fantastic crowd in Portland with chants of fight forever, so they do want this match to be limitless. And Keith Lee with the corner mount. Look, Dijakovic, his body language speaks volumes, Nigel.
He's out on his feet, Dijakovic, but somehow, wait a second, oh, there you go.
Keith Lee!
Desperation from Dijakovic.
And Dijakovic buying himself moments of respite, moments of recovery as he sends Keith Lee unceremoniously out of the ring.
At this point, precious time, considering everything that these two competitors have been through.
Well, the decision and the North American Championship hangs in the balance.
And both superstars again. Keith Lee over 300 pounds, Dijakovic close to 300 pounds. As athletic, as agile as they are, it takes a lot to oxygenate those muscles. And the longer this match goes, fatigue will become a factor.
You see Dijakovic there grabbing the left ankle of Keith Lee, preventing him from going to the top rope.
And was doing the same to Killian Dane and then delivers the Yakuza kick. And now it's Dominik Dijakovic.
Spectacular display of balance, that nimble brutality.
I have a feeling this is not going to end well.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Unbelievable avalanche Maddox Live with the champion! Eric Dijakovic on the cusp of one of the most spectacular victories we would have ever witnessed in NXT, but Keith Lee now in trouble. Dijakovic can't lift him up.
Dijakovic,
can you blame him, Nigel?
Of course not. Everything that both these competitors give you the back giving way.
Lee able to fight off the attempt at Feast Your Eyes. Lee delivering the big bang catastrophe. It's a big bang in Portland.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, Keith Lee.
What a competition. This has left everyone absolutely breathless. You've got to hand it to both of these men.
What a matchup that epitomizes everything that NXT is about. The hungriest competitors on Combat Sports' hottest brand. The chance to make or break their destiny their own.
Keith Lee retains the North American title in this epic clash of Titans and Lee. Defeats Dijakovic in incredible fashion.
Talk of incredible. This was a thing that Dijakovic had to hit, and hit it he did absolutely perfectly.
The strength of Keith Lee on display here with a huge powerbomb, but it would give Dijakovic a moment to find that fire.
Ultimately, Keith Lee would come back with another powerbomb. Somehow, Dijakovic just scooting the shoulder off the mat.
Take a look at this top rope. Incredible maneuver here, so close. We almost saw a new North American champion. Dijakovic did everything within his power.
Well, Dijakovic can hold his head up high, even if perhaps because of his back he can't stand upright. He certainly will not be able to after this. Big bang catastrophe for Dijakovic. But a victory for Keith Lee.
At 6'7", Dominik Dijakovic always holding his head up high, but you're right, Nigel. Another legendary battle. Let the superstar soak it up from the crowd. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what rivalries like this mean to NXT. And we have just witnessed another moment.
Well, what a start to TakeOver Portland. A huge night of action still ahead here tonight.
Can you believe this is just the first of 6 matches? Well, Dijakovic's stock definitely elevated in our opener here at NXT TakeOver as Keith Lee retains the North American Championship in epic fashion.
A huge night of action ahead, which will include this man, the wily veteran Tommaso Ciampa, who faces Adam Cole for the NXT title here tonight. And of course, Bianca Belair, ever confident, will face Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. Both could leave Portland as NXT champions tonight.
And from championship dreams to heartbreaking betrayal, the highly anticipated return of Tegan Nox was destroyed by her former best friend Dakota Kai. This bitter physical rivalry culminates in the very first women's street fight at a TakeOver. Their fractured friendship has come to this.
June 1st, 2017. From that day, we became best friends and sisters.
You know, we went through knee rehab at the same time.
She was there with me every single step of the way.
I can't think of a better way than with my best friend.
When I got in that cage and I heard Dakota's music, my best friend, she was finally going to do TakeOver me. We were gonna break history together.
And then the countdown happened. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was trying to hear the snap of your knee.
My best friend has just turned it back on me. That kick was like nothing I've ever felt before. I did everything for you. I just wish I could get into your head and understand.
So throughout all this, you want to say that you were a good friend to me? That's funny, I think we have a different definition of friendship.
Dakota, you know more than anyone else in this world how much this business means to me, but yet you tried to rip it away.
You get what you want, but more importantly, I get what I've waited a long, long time for.
This friendship is nothing anymore, Dakota. There's no coming back.
This isn't giving you what you want anymore, Tegan, because I played that game before. And we're playing on my rules.
I'm gonna hurt you way more than you could ever imagine hurting me. I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna enjoy every single second doing it.
All good things must come to an end. The clock is ticking, and we all know that you're due for another injury.
The following contest is a straight fight. Introducing first from the West Valley, Tegan Nox.
Tegan Nox has had to overcome 2 serious knee injuries, has had to overcome betrayal, and now she has to overcome being ambushed by Dakota Kai in this, the first ever women's street fight at NXT TakeOver.
Well, you're going to admire Dakota Kai's hit spark trying to get this match started.
Oh, wow! Admire, you really, Nigel? You admire that? Smashing someone one from behind. Nothing Dakota Kai has done lately has been admirable.
Nox promised she would not be controlling her emotions tonight. You know her heart is racing like Daytona, and the bad blood dating back to NXT TakeOver War Games as Nox just blasted Dakota Kai through the barricade.
Landing very awkwardly, the lower back on the barricade. Dakota Kai, oh, wait a second.
And remember, the match has not officially started. And it might not get started after that DDT by Kai.
Don't get inside the car.
Kai doing the right thing with Nox in the ring cover. This could be it. Bell rings.
The bell
Oh my God.
Pinfall or submission, the only way you can win this street fight. They can take it throughout the streets of Portland. But again, the only way you can be victorious is inside the ring, Beth.
Tegan Nox looks to be completely stunned. Kai looking for a variety of weapons.
Remember, Kai attacking Tegan Nox at War Games, bushwhacking her bestie.
Of course, Kai no stranger to weapons. Attempted to use a ring belt on Candice LeRae.
And she also threw Nox's own knee brace at Nox.
But Kai, wait a second. Oh!
Nox gets smashed into the ring steps.
Dakota Kai is a product of her environment. She tried to team.
Oh! Captain a team kick with a vicious kick.
Kai's been an absolute buzzsaw since this match began.
It has been a great start for Kai after a brief respite for Nox, but wait a second, a cricket bat.
Look at the heavy one
Could
on
be
that.
going for 6. Oh!
Reverberating throughout the hands of Kai, giving Nox a chance to launch herself off the steps with a diving crossbody. Remember, Kai eliminated Tegan Nox from the #1 contender women's battle royal. That match still to come as Rhea Ripley defends against the winner of the battle royal, Bianca Belair. But the disdain, the antipathy.
And in a vicious rivalry, a personal battle like this, you can see Tegan Nox throwing caution to the wind, using her own body as a weapon.
If you watch the comeback, chronicling the incredible return of Tegan Nox, you know what NXT means to the woman of the Welsh family. And she is looking to take out the trash in the form of Dakota Kai.
Interesting strategy from Nox there with the inverted senton. Why not just run up and kick it?
She was just so emotional, overzealous, and also wanting to use as much body weight as possible to throw that can in Dakota's face.
Nox going for the cover, looking for a measure of revenge and getting a 2 count. Remember, guys, I was a little concerned when I heard that Nox said she would not be controlling her emotions tonight. Granted, I can understand that, but Nigel, you know, in this type of environment, in NXT and in all combat sports, you need to control your emotions and focus.
Absolutely, that's the way. Focus your emotions, and now the focus of Tegan Nox is on that table.
I think Nox is coming into this with quite a strategy, and that's to hurt Dakota Kai.
Well, Nox intimating that revenge is a dish best served going through a table, and she is looking to take out Dakota Kai.
Kai looking to block that suplex attempt.
This officially being Tegan Nox's NXT TakeOver debut, even though she was a member of the victorious team at War Games. But that moment ruined by Dakota Kai.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! She just waylaid Nox with that trash can lid.
That lid shattered on impact. Did you see that?
Anything goes. It's come down to a street fight between 2 young ladies who traveled the streets, who had the hunger, the tenacity, the perseverance to make it to NXT, who celebrated that fact. And now, look at Dakota Kai. There's a black hole where her soul used to be.
You can hear that reaction from the NXT universe. They see, you can almost feel it in the air, the potential for damage.
And this is not about victory. This is about hurting one another.
Dakota Kai gets tied up on the top rope. A series of super kicks by Tegan Nox.
amazing that Nox had the wherewithal to move so quickly.
You're not expecting a catch-as-catch can wrestling clinic. You're expecting garbage cans and more brutality in what is a street fight.
Look at the metal on that can bending around the body of Dakota Kai.
But she doesn't want to bend Dakota Kai. She wants to break her.
This might do it. Looking for it. Yes!
Oh,
come on!
Cover by Nox. This has to be it. How the hell did Dakota Kai kick out?
Just grit and determined. Just look at the angle. That is hard to watch. Oh, my Lord.
And we can say so much. We can cast so many aspersions on the shift in attitude of Dakota Kai, but she's also faced her fair share of injuries.
Ooh,
and the girl with the shiniest wizard missing on that attempt.
Oh, goodness!
Chiropractor into the cover.
Cover here by Kai.
Oh!
We talk about the change of demeanor in Dakota Kai, but how about what she's brought out in Tegan Nox, this new aggressive side? I have never seen Nox so vicious.
Nox is known as being one of the nicest competitors on the brand, but we're not seeing a shred of it here.
You saw what her NXT peers thought of her in that riveting four-part series, The Comeback, but Dakota Kai trying to ruin it here, caught in the clutches of Lady Kane.
Could we see it?
Oh, wow! What a strike by Kai.
Scorpion back kick, didn't get all of it all with that kick, but he's stunned. Stunned Nox.
And they're going at it like two scorpions in a bottle in this street fight, Beth.
Oh my goodness! Almost had that knee brace to the face!
Oh, face first on the apron. And Dakota Kai writhing in pain. Can Tegan Nox make it into the ring and get the pinning attempt or the submission?
Nox weak in the knees, struggling to stand. Let's take another look at this. Kai swept to the mat.
You saw Kai's jaw.
Oh, and again, Dakota Kai using her educated feet to thwart the offense of Tegan Nox. Kai, the first New Zealand female athlete to crack the world of WWE, and now she wants to more than crack the back of Tegan Nox.
You see the vicious frustration. Kai has something evil deep inside her.
Tegan Nox paying tribute to the Big Red Machine. Dakota Kai landing hard on her back. Nox!
Molly go round!
And the cover! Tegan Nox with her homage to Molly Holly, and the Molly go round almost stopped with a victory there, Beth.
And you see the look of shock on Nox's face quickly turn to anger.
Raising the stakes.
Dakota Kai hanging on desperately. Tegan Nox, a pained expression on her face. Not anymore! Dakota Kai
Kai forced this!
The takeout, Kai, and that super kick connects!
That's what you get. Do not mess with Dakota Kai.
Nox doing her best in this moment. Struggling with the remorse, the emotional side of this situation.
No remorse on the part of Dakota Kai.
The former best friend of Tegan Nox.
She has made it clear it's not even about winning matches or titles for her at this stage. It's about taking out the competition, literally.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh no.
Dakota Kai has duct tape and
oh
she
no.
is going to attempt to neutralize Tegan Nox. Oh no, is right. Nox struggling.
Nox is going to be helpless.
Nox trying to break the tape, but Dakota Kai kicks her right in the face.
That was the left boot of Tegan Nox. Excuse me, Dakota Kai's just, he's going to try again. The right boot this time.
Oh, wow, and that kick was so forceful, it broke The grip, and now Tegan Knox helpless at the hands.
You asked for this, Tegan!
Kai saying, you asked for this, Tegan.
Dakota Kai looking for more tools of plunder.
No!
Oh, but there's an attack to the knee wearing the brakes of Dakota Kai. And Tegan Knox attacking
Come
the knee.
on, there is no need for that.
That's a laptop!
That's
Get
a
an eye
surgically
for an eye.
repaired left
It's
right
a knee
knee.
for a knee here between Knox and Kai.
Every bit of this Dakota Kai asked for.
Oh no.
Look at the weight of that heavy steel chain!
The chain pain across the knee of Kai.
Knox wrapping her fist in it, creating a
A
weapon!
merciless attack by Tegan Knox. That chain like a former brass knuckles, and now she's tearing away at the brace.
Knox has snapped.
Do you blame her, Nigel?
She was pushed to the limit, Nige.
And there
But
are
wait
no
a second.
limits as to where
This
they
could
will
end
go
Kai's career.
in this street fight.
Oh, on the
Harmonizing
NXT Universe loves
Kai.
it.
This is retribution for what she did!
Shiniest wizard! The girl with the shiniest wizard just gave Dakota Kai a shiner!
But a moment of realization for Knox.
Tegan Knox on the verge of victory.
I'm not done yet! I'm ending you! Knox saying she's not done yet!
Wow. She had the opportunity right there to exorcise Dakota Kai, and you have to wonder, are emotions getting the better of Tegan Knox?
I don't think there could be any doubt. The emotions are so thick between both of these competitors.
Well, I'll point out, Nige, Tegan Knox is the one still on her feet, so it's serving her well.
She had a chance to go for the pinfall or submission, but I cannot argue with the fact that she wants to do to Kai what Kai did to her, putting her on the shelf for a lengthy period of time.
We've seen the footage of that despicable display at War Games, how she smashed Tegan's knee in those steel bars. Her best friend.
Ooh, and former best friend turned most bitter enemy, and now Dakota Kai in a supine position on the table.
Oh, come on, this is not fair.
Anything's fair in a street fight, Nige.
There's no way Kai can protect herself here.
All's fair in love and an NXT women's street fight.
Come on, come on, come on.
All right, I agree. All
Stop
right.
this now.
Dakota, Tegan Knox, I think. No, she's not gonna.
Stop this now.
Tegan Knox, Beth, she's about to cross the line.
Tegan's got to think about this.
Oh my, what?
Oh my God! It's Raquel Gonzalez! We've seen her from the Mae Young Classic!
We know that Gonzalez has been a standout at the WWE PC, but what the hell is she doing here?
We're about to find out. I mean,
No
Gonzalez,
disqualification.
yeah, exactly. No disqualifications. This
But
match continues.
And it's obvious. Gonzalez targeting Tegan Knox. And driving Tegan Knox into the table. Hasn't Tegan Knox been through enough? And now Dakota Kai looking to reap the rewards following the nefarious actions of Raquel Gonzalez.
Here is your winner, Dakota Kai!
What a heartbreaking ending! Give the assist to Gonzalez!
Well, if you're Dakota Kai, thank God for Raquel Gonzalez.
Well, we know the what, where, when, and how. The only question left to be answered is why. Even Dakota Kai looks confused. Well, like it or not, Dakota Kai's bidding done by one Raquel Gonzalez.
It was Tegan Knox trying to end this matchup, and Raquel Gonzalez changing the direction of the match 180 degrees. Here, driving Knox off the edge of the table, even more impact, which gave Dakota Kai the opportunity to secure the victory.
What is the nature of this alliance? Is there an alliance between Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez?
Dakota Kai defeats Tegan Knox in the first ever NXT Women's Street Fight. It is only fitting that during Valentine's Day weekend, NXT TakeOver comes to you from the Rose City, the home of the Trailblazers, Dime Dollar, Portland, Oregon.
And TakeOver Portland's been off the chain, but let's turn to former NXT UK Women's Champion and now NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, preparing as she defends the NXT Women's Championship against the athleticism of Bianca Belair.
Talking of NXT UK, we just have huge breaking news. For the first time ever, NXT UK TakeOver outside the UK, Sunday, April the 26th. NXT UK TakeOver Dublin at the 3 Arena. It is going to be historic.
Irish eyes are smiling. Everyone is smiling for the simple fact that for the first time ever, the man who put NXT on the map, Finn Balor, will battle the man who put NXT's flag on the moon, Johnny Gargano. It's the Rebel Heart versus the Heartless, coming up at NXT TakeOver. What the hell?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
No!
What the hell has gotten into Finn Balor?
My future will be my past.
Look at the eyes of Finn Balor!
Oh my God!
No!
No!
Oh God!
You kicked Johnny Gargano in the face, and
a long time coming. Time to shake the trees, dude. See what falls out.
Let's make one thing clear.
The WWE Universe had a field day with Finn's shocking betrayal.
I don't watch this business.
I'd say this is a real Finn Balor.
This business watches me.
For me, Raw and SmackDown's like Hollywood. It's easy to hide behind all the special effects and the bright lights. NXT's like Broadway. Let's just say the Prince is back.
That was the heart of NXT. That's what all the hype was about. Johnny Gargano. I built this place. And when I was gone, a bunch of little boys moved in.
when you come on, Finn,
So I am begging someone
you better not miss.
to stand in this ring with Finn Balor.
What's Balor seen? Oh my God! Johnny Wrestling has returned to the NXT arena. Johnny Gargano looking to exact revenge on Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, you put me out for 3 months. Well, your past is standing right here because you didn't finish the job on the ramp. You put NXT on the map. You left, Finn. You abandoned this place, and we took this place to new heights without you.
I've been counting down the days for 4 years to get my hands on you. All I've been hearing is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover. Well, now it's time to step up and prove it, Johnny.
There, right there, I see it. I see it in your eyes. That's NXT Finn Balor. That's the Finn Balor I need to beat to solidify myself as the face of this brand. That's not Raw and SmackDown Finn Balor, no. Because if that guy shows up to Portland, I am gonna eat him alive.
You're gonna wish that guy showed up in Portland, but that guy's dead.
Johnny Gargano, I'm coming for you, and I don't miss.
I ain't here to have match of the year. I'm here to have match of your life.
I'm gonna take that NXT flag you left behind, the flag I wave proudly, and I'm gonna drive it straight through your heart. And I don't miss.
Johnny, I don't have a heart.
There are dream matches, and then there are Finn Balor against Johnny Gargano.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano!
Johnny Gargano looking to exercise his latest demon, adding to his record for NXT TakeOver matches with this is 16th. He also holds the benchmark for TakeOver main events with 8, but tonight, Nigel, not about the numbers. It's about proving who is the true heart and soul of this brand.
We heard Gargano say that he wants NXT Finn Balor because that's the man that he has to beat to solidify his status as the heart of NXT. Can he do it though? Because Balor to me is as aggressive and as devastating as I've ever seen him.
Beth, remember Balor shocking the NXT Universe last October with his savage attack on Johnny Gargano, putting Johnny wrestling on the shelf.
Putting Johnny on the shelf out of bitterness and jealousy for the success Gargano had achieved.
Gargano, the first NXT Triple Crown winner.
And his opponent, from Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, Finn Balor!
The longest reigning NXT champion, the inaugural Universal Champion, a man who raged against the WWE machine and now back here in NXT looking to pull the strings like Tom Morello.
Oh, we've heard Balor say in the past he wanted to shake the trees and see what fell out. He came back with a purpose, focused on the NXT Championship, taking out every potential challenger. Gargano was one of them, but there's more to this Morrow than just about the title. There is that deep-seated resentment that he feels he made NXT what it is, and after he led, there were a bunch of boys that filled his shoes.
And remember, Johnny Gargano did cost Finn Balor his chance at beating Adam Cole for the NXT title when Gargano returned to NXT Full Sail Live.
This rivalry is deeply personal. Again, like you said, Nigel, Balor believes that Gargano was part of NXT's degradation, how the glory was dissolved when Gargano came to become a star in NXT.
Here we go. If you come at the Prince, you must not miss.
Johnny Gargano, known also as Johnny Takeover, but it's Finn Balor who has the best record at takeovers, 9-1. He also holds the longest win streak for men in NXT with 8 straight victories, looking to make 9 one of his most memorable. Balor talking about the future being his past. He has to deal with the present.
You can feel the energy, the anticipation between these two athletes.
Aren't many opportunities to witness a first. Two of the very best to tie up the boots here in NXT, former NXT champions. But Balor's heinous attack on Gargano. Two transcendent talents capable of shifting accepted realities. What do you anticipate we will see in this matchup, Nigel?
I think at the beginning here we're going to have a feeling out process, a great trick from Balor, just trying to get inside. Look at Johnny Gargano's face there. A little bit of a smile, trying to show that it didn't get to him. I bet it did.
See the incredible footwork of Finn Balor. No wasted movement.
Roll up here by Gargano, looking for the quick victory, and just as quick, Finn Balor kicked out.
Both competitors in incredible physical condition, adipose negative.
Finn Balor had his first match at the age of 18. Johnny Gargano, long-time wrestling fan who started training at the age of 16 and now putting his grappling skills against Finn Balor, who's equally proficient on the mat.
I remember Gargano back in those early days, how far he's come from them, but the one thing he's maintained is his love of this job and this industry.
And his love of the Marvel Universe, and he is an example, Beth, of not all superheroes wearing capes, the way he is connected with the audience of all ages. Johnny Gargano going from ultimate underdog to top dog in NXT, but he's had to overcome so much to get there.
He has overcome so much, and like you said, Merle, connects with our NXT universe. But when it comes time to perform, Johnny Gargano delivers.
Oh, look at that, having a bit of fun. Rubbing it in the face. Look, I can do push-ups while you can't get out. That is the Prince.
Wow.
That is what the kids would call extra, Mr. McGinnis, as Finn Balor putting extra pressure on Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano known for his conditioning, his limitless fuel tank, and there, showing off his quick ability here, the alacrity of Johnny Gargano to now turn the tables on Finn Balor, utilizing a side headlock of his own.
And a little payback for that arrogance shown earlier on by Finn Balor. I hope Balor takes this very, very seriously. Johnny Gargano is Mr. Takeover for a reason.
The bad blood brewing for months. Balor showing his true colors when he attacked Johnny Gargano, and who will ever forget not only the visual but the sound of Johnny Gargano being planted on the ramp with the 1916 DDT, getting taken out of Full Sail via ambulance as he takes it to Balor.
Well, perhaps now Gargano trying to use that experience in this matchup.
Reversal on the Irish whip by the Irishman. There is a roll through, and
wow.
Roll up here.
Oh my goodness, did you see that kick to the jaw?
Finn Balor did, and it caught him right underneath it.
Gargano's got to follow up.
What makes this match so compelling, one of the reasons is, yes, two of the best technical practitioners in the sport, but the fact that this has become so personal. It'll be interesting to see how deep Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor dig to produce victory.
Going to be the human game of chess, as Gordon Soley loved to call it.
Are you going to say suplex in his honor as well?
Well, if we see one, perhaps.
And you know what? It's doubtful in a match like this, right, Beth? It's Balor now. What's up, Gargano?
Well, we are seeing the pace pick up.
Just a one count. Just a one count. Johnny Gargano trying to make a statement with that kick out at one. Telling Finn Balor, not close.
Both of these athletes with a very cautious start. Nobody wants to be the one to make the first mistake.
Finn Balor, the 10-man of NXT, says he has no heart. Meanwhile, facing someone who has more heart than Valentine's Day in Johnny Gargano, getting lit up by the Prince.
Well, there's an old saying, being defeated is a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent, and there is no quit in Johnny Wrestling.
And there's no quit in the chop fest of Finn Balor.
This Balor is so impressive to me. It's the aggression we've always known with a new wisdom of experience.
And Balor, again, just a like surgical precision, just targeting the lower back of Johnny Gargano. Really versatile in his attack.
I will agree with you on that, Nigel. This is the best version of Finn Balor we have ever seen.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, counter kick by Johnny Gargano as Balor's momentum took him crashing into Johnny Wrestling, and now Johnny Wrestling saying, you want a chop? I've got a chop for you. Medium rare, or maybe as rare as they come, Nigel.
Oh, that one skipped right off the chest underneath the jaw.
Johnny hit him so hard it hurt his own hand.
And Gargano unloading with the lefts, the southpaw taking it to Finn Balor with each and every strike, trying to eliminate what transpired in October at the NXT arena.
Gargano trying to remain composed, even though deep emotions bubbling out in both of these competitors.
Finn Balor misses. Johnny Gargano on the apron, and Johnny Gargano spearing Finn Balor off the apron.
Take a look at Gargano, though, grabbing in his left arm. May have been an awkward landing for him, too.
In addition to the bad blood that exists, both Gargano and Balor would love another opportunity at the title.
Absolutely, Mo. I think the arm, as we mentioned there, Gargano's arm clattering into the apron.
And remember, Finn Balor taking Gargano out with the John Woo dropkick at the NXT arena before planting him with the 1916 DDT, and Johnny Gargano willing to give Balor a 2020 beating.
Of course, that robbed Johnny Gargano of doing what he loves best, being in the squared circle.
Oh, he has that Cheshire Cat smile, you guys. Maybe he heard me. Johnny Gargano trying to take a page out of Balor's playbook, and Balor blasting him with the sling blade. You knew that Gargano was looking for that Woo dropkick through the barricade.
Absolutely had that in mind, but Balor was a step ahead and a day early.
Oh, what a knee strike, Beth.
Balor is breathing fire like a dragon.
Balor breaking the count by throwing Gargano back in now with the advantage.
Yeah, Balor looking to be more devastating than Dragon Glass as he again cinches this neutralizing lock on Gargano.
Just listen to the sound of this knee.
Oh, what a sick thud. Bone against bone. Speaking of which.
Forearm being driven across the cheekbone. Extremely painful.
That's like a cat scratching a sunburn.
And this is the pace where Finn Balor is at his best.
Basement dropkick by Balor, goes for the lateral press, but Gargano quickly kicks out.
Interesting target with a drop kick. A lot of people elect to go for the back of the neck. It was to the same cheek that he just put some damage to.
Can't overstate how much the NXT universe was looking to this first ever matchup between two of the stalwarts. Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano, mano a mano for the very first time here in NXT.
Balor looking to put pressure on the carotid arteries of Johnny Gargano.
Almost a version of the head and arm clutch there. Trying to drive Gargano's forearm into his own carotid artery, but doesn't have it in deep enough, and that's why Gargano able to get back. Oh no, wait a second.
Wow.
Balor trained in Japan, in fact, has picked up all of the styles, as has Johnny Gargano. That's what makes them two of the upper crust in the business, Nigel.
They've learned everywhere they've gone, against everybody they've faced. Both students of the game.
You see Balor trying to get a little more leverage to put a little more pressure on the neck. Driving his chin into the top of Gargano's head.
The crowd split in its allegiances. Divorce court delivered by Johnny Gargano. Taking a page out of beautiful Bobby Eaton's playbook, as Gargano, as you mentioned, student of the game, studies tape, picks what works, and adds it to his impressive repertoire.
And of course, as Gargano again tries to focus on the arm, that could pay dividends late in the match. Oh! Gargano may attempt the Gargano escape. submission maneuver.
Balor is writhing in pain. There might be some serious damage done to the elbow and wrist here.
You bring up a salient point, Nigel. It will also not allow Balor to try to hook that 1916 DDT.
They have to elect to try to hit it from the other side. Certainly there will need to be some adaptation.
Shoulders are down, and Balor just able to slip out.
Balor's definitely hurt. You can see the way he's trying to protect his left arm.
Oh! What adjustments does Balor need to make to try to thwart this attack of Johnny Gargano, Nigel?
That's a good start right there. Keeping the distance and using your good arm.
Screw leg whip! While Gargano is on the top rope, and Beth, you've suffered an injury to your legs. How does Gargano cope?
Twisting to the joint is the quickest way to tear an ACL, MCL, PCL, you name it. It's very difficult, and that makes the knee loose.
LCL.
And nicely put, Nigel, as Balor, of course, his left arm injured now. Johnny Gargano's right knee.
Well, to your point, what does Balor have to do? You take my arm, I'll take your leg.
And he is doing just that. Break down what's happening here, Nigel, with the way that...
Look at the left elbow of Balor being driven into the medial cruciate ligament of the left knee of Gargano.
And Gargano, how does he escape this, Beth? What can he do to better his cause?
What he's doing right here, he's got that free leg. He's got to strike his way out and roll to his stomach if he's got any chance. There we go.
Looking for the Jujigatami. Looking for that cross arm breaker before Balor's shoulders are down for Gargano.
Yes.
And of course, we know all about Finn Balor's stomps, especially from high elevation.
We were expecting a clinic from these two competitors, and we are certainly getting it.
Gargano into the corner, Balor with a shot to the breadbasket again, looking to just work on the both legs now of Gargano, taking out Gargano's foundation.
Gargano known for his speed. In Balor's sights. See, Balor didn't rush in there.
And you see the aggression being turned up right here. Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Wow!
Snack, crackled, pop.
Ask him. You know who you're
into a painful morning or make that night for Johnny Gargano.
Just watch here the poor angle of the knee being driven down.
Balor's foot sending the knee all the way to the mat from the front and back.
Finn Balor decimating the left leg of Johnny Gargano, and this speaks to the attitude, the new attitude that Balor has brought to NXT.
And the knee is a hinge joint. It's not a ball joint. It's not meant to bend in that direction.
Mara, you said this was a dream match. It's a dream match for everyone except the two involved. The bitterness and the resentment between these two is absolutely palpable.
Not again.
Oh, wait a second.
Gargano looking to take advantage as Balor's outside of the ring, and well, he quickly gets back into the squared circle. Small package, Johnny Gargano looking for the victory, and Gargano almost able to give Balor his comeuppance.
Oh, the kick landed low. A great catch from Balor. And with the figure four of the legs. Oh, this could be it here. Looking for a submission.
And Johnny Gargano writhing in pain.
Balor has the fingers intertwined to put more pressure on the left leg of Gargano. And you see the pain.
Both of them Mensa level mat technicians, and here Finn Balor.
Be careful of the shoulders.
Tying up Johnny Gargano.
Laying on your back, getting that space is the only way to get a little respite from the pain.
And the death lock being applied here by Finn Balor. And of course, again, you talk about being students of the game. This was a devastating move back in the day, and it serves its purpose here.
Listen to this vociferous reaction from the NXT Universe.
Gargano testing out that leg.
So is Finn Balor. Oh, step up Enziguri rattles Finn Balor.
And Gargano struggling to stay on his feet.
Reversal.
Oh, onto the bad knee.
Injured knee, and Gargano though able to plant Finn Balor, and again delivering that roundhouse kick. And levels Balor with a lethal lariat.
This is a great show of grit and determination from Gargano, pushing through the pain that has got to be etched into that left knee.
The onslaught of damage to that knee has slowed Gargano down.
Both.
Oh, but how much?
Balor and Gargano being taxed to the max, and Gargano looking for the tope. Caught by. Oh my God! Not again! Not again! Balor was looking to deliver the 1916 DDT. Instead, Gargano blasts him into the ring steps.
That could have been a tragic ending for Johnny Gargano.
Oh, wait a second. What's Gargano got in mind?
Oh, rolling senton by Johnny Gargano, and while he wiped out Finn Balor, he landed hard as well.
No question, bounced off of Balor onto the mats on the outside. That won't have helped that won't have helped Gargano's left knee.
But you can see Finn Balor still favoring the left arm. Let's take a look at this incredible maneuver, which Balor telegraphed and looked to give him the 1916, but into the steel steps.
And then here it would be, great tumbleweed, but skipping off of the shoulder of Balor and landing hard on the mat.
And breaking the referee's count. Slingshot spear! Johnny Gargano is putting away Finn Balor, but only gets a 2.
Well, they say revenge is a dish best served cold, but Gargano is going to make Balor eat every last bite, steaming hot.
And remember, Finn Balor ominously sent the message as he gets nailed with that slingshot spear. He said, Johnny Gargano, you might not make it to TakeOver. He's made it to TakeOver, but now Balor says he's going to end Gargano's career for good.
It looked like, was Balor begging for a little mercy there?
Oh, he's not going to get any mercy from Johnny Wrestling.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Johnny Gargano looking to try. Oh, wait a minute, the counter! Balor misses. Gargano comes off the ropes.
Second time into the cover.
Balor with the back press. Johnny Gargano gets that left shoulder up in the nick of time.
And the pain continuing to radiate in the arm of Finn Balor.
2 NXT TakeOver legends squaring off here for the first time, and it is delivered. Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor having to resort deep into their vast arsenal of weapons. Former NXT champions and Finn Balor looking to stomp the heart, the will, the wrestling out of Johnny Gargano.
The thing we know about Gargano is he really has the capability to go long. Watch out.
Whoa! Monster super kick from Gargano. Balor may be out. Finn Balor trying to clean out the cobwebs. And Johnny Gargano looking for that DDT.
Didn't have the leverage on, but Balor might.
Oh, what a counter by Johnny Gargano. Lawn dart by Gargano. And Balor was able to break the real brutal aspect of
Balor did his best to break the impact, but now...
Balor kick. Shades of one.
Wait a second.
Covetiously, Gargano lands on Balor for a 2. Wow.
Just watch this. Strikes thrown from every angle. But watch after the Pele kick. Serendipitously, Gargano landed on top and almost secured the victory.
reception from the NXT Universe has got to make these gentlemen's hearts beat just a little bit faster.
Remember, Balor's Pele kick was what sent shockwaves throughout NXT. It precedes the 1916 DDT. Balor on his feet. Oh, walks right into the left arm, and now Balor and Gargano. Ferocious strikes.
Wow.
Now it's a fight. Now it's a fight. Both of them were on the same page of the same brutal book, Nigel.
A tough book to read.
Oh,
hold on.
Countered by Balor. Well-placed knee. Another knee.
And this flurry begins, but how will Balor finish it?
Balor going all the way to the top turnbuckle. Johnny Gargano in trouble. Oh, Gargano missed. Gargano able to miss the coup de grace. Then slingshot DDT. Johnny wrestling. Johnny wrestling almost. Oh, my. How frustrating. How taxing is that?
Take a look at the height here. Johnny Wrestling able to counter and hit that huge DDT, but it would not be enough to put Finn Balor away.
Much to the chagrin of my broadcast colleagues, Finn Balor still alive in this one.
I beg your pardon, Nigel. I call it down the middle. And by the way, Gargano calling that a thunderstruck DDT. Imagine the thunderous roar if it would have put away Finn Balor in the standoff.
Here we go!
Oh, forearm from Gargano. And they're wiping out Balor. Discus clothesline. Balor on his back. Gargano rallying. The incredible crowd here in Portland. DIY Johnny Gargano. Self-made, but so is Balor with that sling blade.
Uh-oh.
John Woo blocked by the super kick, and back and forth we go. Oh, another sling blade by Finn Balor. John Woo drop kick. Oh my, the impact. The impact of Gargano crashing into the turnbuckles.
And the face of Finn Balor as he prepares to put Gargano away.
This match has been incredible so far.
Finn Balor on the cusp. About to deliver the coup de grace. No! Into the Gargano escape.
Oh, he's got it.
In the center of the ring.
Look at the torque. Gargano drives with his hips.
The President's about to haunt Finn Balor. The Prince desperately trying to make it to the rope.
Oh no!
Finn Balor did the right thing, trying to get his knees underneath his hips.
Everyone in Portland on their feet.
Balor is screaming no, no.
Oh, the reversal by Balor and stomping the air out of the lungs of Johnny Gargano.
Well done, Finn Balor. Oh, here we go. We're going back in time. 19, no.
Another reversal by Gargano. Back to the Gargano escape.
He's got it. And Balor is in the center of the ring. Nowhere to go.
Can Finn Balor escape?
Oh, yes, and again. Beautiful work from Finn Balor.
The inner resolve.
Come on.
Where did he summon that strength from? Finn Balor showing why he is one of the best champions in NXT history, but the same can be said for Johnny Gargano.
Take a look at the welts on Finn Balor's body, under his armpit, across his lat.
These guys are going to carry battle scars for a lifetime, Beth. Physically and mentally.
And it is all for the glory of NXT. Who will be the flag bearer?
Remember what happened at the NXT arena? Johnny Gargano didn't forget! Johnny Gargano! Just John Woo drop kick Finn Balor into the barricade!
Well, an interesting reaction as he took a look at the face of Johnny wrestling.
It's Johnny Carnage tonight at TakeOver.
Looking for more carnage right now.
Gargano enjoying the damage he's been inflicted, but
Johnny Gargano sees what happened in October. What the?
Uh-oh. Oh, Mio Diaz, this is not look good.
Oh, no.
Johnny,
oh, no.
oh, Finn Balor! My God! Driving Johnny Gargano into the table! I can't believe the look in Finn Balor's eyes. What the hell is the Prince thinking? Oh no. Finn Balor on our broadcast table. Johnny Gargano on the Spanish announce table! World drop kick! World drop kick by Balor! Holy bleep indeed! What an incredible match between Balor and Gargano! Balor looking to put NXT's pedigree through the heart of Johnny Gargano! Coup de grace connects!
Balor got all of it.
My God!
Driving the soles of his feet through the heart of Johnny Gargano.
Well, you don't have to like him, and perhaps he prefers it if you don't.
Oh, Gargano! Oh, 1960 DDT! That's it! Finn Balor has won!
Here is your winner, Finn Balor!
Oh, the future is his past. The present is one of his most impressive victories here at NXT, taking out the heart and soul of the black and gold brand belt.
We see Balor sending a message over the prone body of Johnny Gargano. What a heinous act and poor sportsmanship.
Well, it was great action from Balor with a John Woo dropkick on the Spanish announce table, which would set up this from the top rope. But just look, every pound of his body weight into the chest of Johnny Gargano.
And then Balor with steely blue eyes drops Gargano on his head with the 1916 DDT. And you see the look on his face in victory.
And just like that, Finn Balor has taken the NXT flag and flagpole and driven it through the heart of Johnny Gargano. The Prince wants to be coronated king, and he's just taken out a former NXT champion.
Johnny Gargano, Matt Riddle, Ilya Dragunov, anyone who wants it can get
The
it.
Sisyphean struggle of Johnny Gargano.
The Prince and
First and last blood drawn by the Prince.
This Wednesday.
The Dream remembers exactly what you and your undisputed bullies did to him like it was yesterday. You take the Dream to the very top of a trailer, right? And then you throw me off.
There are some lines you just don't cross.
You put my wife and my son on your stupid gear!
Roderick Strong,
What you did was so disrespectful!
the Velveteen Dream.
If anything ever happened to you, someone would fulfill all of Morena's dreams.
One on NXT. Live this Wednesday, 8/7 Central, only on USA.
Roderick Strong, tonight is a huge night for the Undisputed Era, but as we just saw this Wednesday, you go one-on-one with Velveteen Dream, and things have gotten extremely personal between you two.
He's a dead man. Velveteen Dream is a dead man, and that is Wednesday. Tonight is tonight. Tonight, the baddest team on God's green shows the loserweights why they are who they are.
Time to learn.
And this man right here, he finally finishes the delusional Ciampa and shows the world once again why he is the greatest NXT champion of all time. All time.
Now you can leave, Kathy. Get. Go.
Roderick Strong furious, and understandably so. Come next Wednesday, he's going to make Velveteen Dream realize he overstepped the line.
Well, what about what we just witnessed, you guys? Two former NXT champions, a battle for the ages. Finn Balor driving the NXT flag and flagpole through the heart of Johnny Gargano. And hey, we want to thank Poppy. You saw her kick off the show earlier tonight, and you are listening to Anything Like Me. From the album I Disagree, it's an NXT Loud theme song for NXT TakeOver Portland, and it's available now on Apple Music and Spotify.
And still to come tonight, can Bianca Belair realize her goal of ending Rhea Ripley's championship reign after Ripley's meteoric ascent toward the end of last year?
Rhea Ripley's been ripping it up across all three brands.
Rhea Ripley picking up a pinfall over Charlotte Flair.
Ripley wins the first ever women's War Games match.
Rhea Ripley does it again. What a moment for Team NXT.
Avalanche Riptide, the new NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Charlotte, if you're gonna challenge for any title at WrestleMania, girl,
You're making a scene.
Who will face the NXT Women's Champion at NXT TakeOver Portland?
With the KOD, launches Shirai to the outside. Bianca Belair survives this battle royal.
I don't care about no queen, and I ain't here for no queen.
Bianca Belair will challenge Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title.
Come take over, I'm coming home champion.
Bianca Belair. I have a lot of respect for you, but Rhea overlooked you.
The 2020 Women's Royal Rumble.
Bianca Belair has the conditioning to go deep in this matchup.
Wow! 8 eliminations. Bianca owns the women's elimination record.
I think you are an amazing athlete, but this is a conversation for champions.
You don't even go here.
Oh! Ripley and Belair dropping the queen at the NXT arena.
Rhea, you think you just gonna run through me and take over Portland, but I'm the EST of NXT and you can't whoop me.
Oh, Belair delivers a KOD to the champion.
I assure you that I'm not looking past you. I'm telling you. I'm gonna go right through you.
The Nightmare, the EST of NXT. It's time to get it on for the NXT Women's Championship.
I'm on my own, against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of drum, they hear me roar. And now I see it, I'm way better.
What a run Bianca Belair has been on, winning the #1 Contenders Women's Battle Royal. Black history in the making on a road bet during Black History Month, and what a night to make history for this young lady.
Bianca Belair, an inspiration to so many young people. And you know, we talk so so much about her experience, her natural talent, and her potential, but this is her time. Bianca Belair has waited for this moment, and I have never seen her come together in such a great way. Her performance at the Royal Rumble speaks for itself. Tied for the most eliminations. She stepped up, stepped out, and tonight is Belair's night.
Certainly a big opportunity for Belair. She's had her opportunities before, but you have to really feel right now is the time, it's the moment. Can she do the final thing, the final piece of the puzzle?
Rhea Ripley, fresh off successfully defending her title against Toni Storm at Worlds Collide, setting the stage for this incredible battle. Ripley has been dominant since ending the 416-day reign of Shayna Baszler, and boy, has she ever been bold, stepping up to the queen, Charlotte Flair.
Listen, the life of a champion is busy. It's outrageous meet and greets, appearances. But Ripley's been in high demand, and she keeps piling more on her plate.
She stepped up to Charlotte Flair on Raw. Nigel, and Bianca Belair feels she's being overlooked. This match has to take place before anyone can face Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
You can understand exactly. You can understand Belair went to Twitter and she said, how do you know after TakeOver Portland you're still going to be champion? Girl, you doing too much.
Belair taking a page out of her favorite movie, the line, "You don't go here," to Charlotte Flair. Belair's ready to go tonight.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair. And her opponent, from Adelaide, South Australia, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley!
NXT Women's Championship hanging in the balance. Rhea Ripley defending against Bianca Belair after Ripley dethroned the only two-time women's champion, Shayna Baszler.
Guys, I gotta tell you, this is a matchup I have been looking forward to for a long, long time. These two women have been changing the landscape of the women's division.
And it's incredible the strides that Bianca Belair has made in the past 4 years since WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry conscripted her. She's dominated the Columbine and really the former CrossFit and powerlifter and track star. She's an amazing athlete, Nigel.
You can make an argument she is the greatest athlete in the entire brand. And right here against Ripley, it's not often you see Ripley having to give up some power advantage, but I dare say she may be doing that against Belair.
Yep, locking horns, going head-to-head with one another may not be the best strategy. Ripley going to an arm here, looking to lay some damage with that smash mouth style she's really great at.
I think that would certainly serve Ripley well in this matchup. As I mentioned, cannot compete in terms of athleticism alone.
Reversal by Belair, arm ringer, side wrist lock employed in the power. Just a shoulder strike there by Rhea Ripley. Quick go behind waist lock by Belair, and a takedown on the NXT Women's Champion.
This is what Belair has to do, keep close. Don't let Ripley have that distance where she can kick and strike.
Ripley and Belair have had their issues for a while now, and when the NXT Women's title is up for grabs, I mean, one of the most stacked divisions in the entire sport.
You know, Mauro, I'd go out on a limb and say that we have the greatest female athletes in the world here in NXT, and if you're at the top of the mountain, that makes you the best of the best.
Oh, tip up and there, the athleticism of Belair, and there's the brutality of Rhea Ripley. clothesline by Ripley, and again.
Both of these athletes so young at the beginning of their careers. Look how good they are.
Bianca Belair in trouble here now. Getting tattooed by Rhea Ripley.
Incredible to think the success that Ripley has had at such a young age.
23 years old, our NXT Women's Champion. Ooh!
That is incredible. I didn't step into a ring until I was 23.
And Rhea, the sky's the limit.
Ripley has been overpowering her competition and lighting up the EST of NXT. And Bianca Belair wearing the wardrobe that she personally designs and styles, but she's wearing the effects of these chops.
Wow. Ripley.
Belair, such a well-rounded athlete. Her great cardio conditioning, one of her greatest assets, and knocking the wind out of her might be a good way to neutralize that.
Yeah, Belair taking advantage of her sewing proficiency, but it's going to be tough to sew up the victory here against the NXT Women's Champ, but that's a great start.
Sends things back in Belair's direction. Belair hasn't had the greatest start.
Covered by Belair, hooks a leg.
Just the one count.
See a lot of hair pulling and foot stomping. Belair not afraid to get nasty in there.
Bianca Belair in her 4th NXT TakeOver event probably has never looked better as a challenge for the NXT Women's title on 2 different occasions, really coming into her own though at the Women's Royal Rumble, lasting over 33 minutes, and as you mentioned, Beth, equaling the mark for most eliminations at 8. And of course, she eliminated the field to win the Women's Battle Royal to earn the right to challenge Ripley tonight.
Oh. I have locked horns with Bianca Belair.
Oh, standing moonsault, side press, hooks a leg, Ripley kicks out.
I can tell you from experience just how hard she hits.
Keeping the aggression, keeping the advantage, Belair, but not going too fast to make any mistakes. Hold on.
The strength and go. Ripley able to shift her weight, land on her feet, but Belair again going to the well.
Whoa.
And there has control now, the cover on Ripley.
Rhea Ripley close to 6 feet tall. It's a difficult maneuver to try to keep your balance with somebody in the air like that.
Modified suplex jackhammered by Bianca Belair, dropping all her weight on Ripley, now employing that full Nelson.
And Ripley's height, again, one of her greatest assets. Keeping her flat and low is to Bianca Belair's advantage.
Look at Belair's face, smiling, confident. She knows this could be a long match. She's happy to be in the driver's seat right now.
Well, Belair saying, crowd showing support for both superstars here in Portland. Bianca Belair noticing that she's finally, everyone is on the Bianca Belair bandwagon. She says, if you're with me or not, she's going to do what she does, but it is best that you're with her.
I've got a sight there of Bianca Belair's parents at ringside being supported here.
Proud of the family support that she's received throughout her career. Towering back body drop by Rhea Ripley.
That will certainly spur on Belair.
Ripley looking to shake off the damage and start lowering the bombs.
And it's Ripley lowering the boom on Bianca Belair.
There's the aggression from the nightmare that we've been waiting for.
The cravat and the knee strike, snapmare by the NXT Women's Champion. Drop kick to Belair.
Now Ripley on the move. There's the power and strength we've seen before.
Belair in the electric chair.
The NXT Women's Champion.
Face first goes Belair. Ripley with the cover here, and Belair able to remain active in this NXT Women's Championship match. It looks like Ripley looking for that mare's grasp. Oh gosh.
Look at Belair flailing desperately.
Oh, this is one of the more painful submissions you will come across.
Oh, look at Ripley there, just slapping away.
Just ask Bianca Belair. trying desperately to relieve the pressure. It does! And now delivering kicks to Ripley, launching her into that ring post.
Ripley momentarily stunned, and Belair
Roll up
looking to
here by the
capitalize.
EST of NXT, and she gets a 2 count.
Can Belair follow up with a huge
Buster matchbook cover by Belair for a 2. Belair coming so close to usurping the champion.
Belair has to get a moment to gather herself. She cannot get frustrated. Let's take a look at this. Ripley, huge spine buster from Belair, but it would not be enough to take us to a new NXT Women's Champion.
Belair saying that in her previous 3 takeovers, she learned to adapt, take those losses, and use them as motivation. She has never felt more confident, and it shows.
Is it ever driving her left shoulder into the midsection of the NXT Women's Champion?
Right in the liver and sternum, making it difficult to breathe. Now there's that attitude and confidence that we see from Belair.
What about the rapid rise of Rhea Ripley?
Oh, wow, look at the look.
Oh, man. Oh, slap here in Portland as Belair and Ripley just tattooing each other's faces.
Wow, this just became a fight, guys.
Oh, there's the hairbread. Beware the hair of Bianca Belair. Whip it good, Nigel.
Rhea Ripley was wailing in pain.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Now the strength of Belair comes into show.
Oh, my God.
CrossFit's loss, NXT's gain.
Ripley's eyes rolling in the back of her head. This is Belair's opportunity.
Bianca Belair. The crowd fueling Bianca Belair. She knows her parents, mom and dad, excited about the prospects. Handspring. Oh, but that moonsault crashes into the knees of Ripley.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Tried for the riptide, but Belair escaped.
Oh, and Belair looking for the KOD. Torture rack on Ripley. Ripley with those elbows to the, well, the ribs have given Belair problems in her career. The leapfrog. Oh, the kick by Ripley.
Oh, wow. Here the aggression. First of all, the boot from Rhea Ripley, but a spike of adrenaline into the spear from Belair.
Belair grateful for all the opportunities that she's getting. She wants to show she's not the underdog. She's not the next star. She is the star in the future. Will she be the future NXT Women's Champion?
Belair desperately tried to get a pinfall, but the champion wouldn't let her.
Oh, double axe handle by Belair. Chance of women's wrestling, Beth.
This is the moment that we have waited generations to see. Women performing at this level. These incredible athletes.
Incredible super kick by Rhea Ripley.
As I mentioned earlier, Ripley's going to stay in her wheelhouse.
Oh, the momentum
strikes
of Ripley crashing into the forearm.
Uh-oh.
Beth Phoenix, take it away.
Double chicken wing. I know that one works well.
Tried for the braid whip a second time, but Ripley had it scouted.
What an incredible battle. Both of them showing the rigors.
So evenly matched, both of these.
Oh my God, what a back body drop. Ripley lucky she didn't do more damage to her ankle.
Wow.
Ripley got some air.
Oh, wow. Speaking of getting some air, it's Air Belair about to take off at Portland.
Take a look here. Over the top, but an awkward landing for both competitors. Here from a different angle, just watch the way that Belair lands as well. Boom! Right onto the mat.
What a tope con hero single-handing with that heel strike right between the eyes of the NXT Women's Champion.
100% vertical leap. Bianca Belair, such a well-rounded athlete.
Of course, champion's advantage. Oh my God, and the champion has the advantage. The only way Belair can win the title is by pinfall or submission in the ring. And well, Rhea Ripley putting her inside the squared circle, but I think the nightmare just beginning for the challenger.
Some serious damage may have been done across the ribs of Belair.
Well, if that is, Belair's still fighting hard to stay in this match.
The champion finds herself on the outside looking to get back in. Belair, that shot was blocked. Ripley unloads a forearm, drives Belair into the top turnbuckle.
Incredible that these two women are still standing.
What's Belair got in mind? She took a look over her right shoulder.
And Rhea Ripley is the one in control, the champion, looking to maintain her hold on the gold, and Belair. Belair fighting off that high-risk maneuver, and now it's Bianca Belair.
Some precarious teetering and tottering up there.
Who is going to win this battle of wills? Oh, the headbutt by the champion. Oh, no. Oh, my God!
Oh, no, the strength of Belair too much. Preventing the sunset bomb.
And the right hands by Belair, but now Ripley with the pump handle. Ripley looking for that riptide. Delivers it to Belair. This could be it. The champion looking to retain, and she does.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley continues to build her reputation, only fitting that here in Rip City, she and Belair ripped it up for the NXT Women's title.
There you see the NXT Women's Champion standing tall after an amazing athletic contest. Both women so evenly matched, but it would be this moment where Ripley was able to grab the pump handle and hit the vicious riptide for the victory.
Many of the crowd here in Portland on their feet showing their approbation for both the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. What the hell? Oh my God!
The Queen is back!
So I thought about it. And I'll see you at WrestleMania.
The ultimate mic drop from Charlotte Flair. Oh no! The Queen, the former NXT champion, one of the greatest champions in WWE history, Beth, and her shocking arrival here at TakeOver.
See Charlotte Flair, is this a sign of things to come? Officially put her sights on the NXT Women's Championship.
While I can't justify her means, what does this say to the power of the NXT Women's Championship? And the black and gold brand, Nigel, one of the most accomplished champions, has come and now will make it official. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship at WrestleMania?
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, come on! Come on, you've done enough, Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair currying no favor with the NXT Universe.
Let's not forget what happened to Charlotte Flair on NXT TV.
Dropped by both
Payback
Ripley.
is a B-I-T-C-H.
Payback is a queen. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. I mean, a seismic shift now in the landscape, Beth.
Huge.
Losing Stone Cold Steve Austin was a major hit.
The ratings are going to go down.
Who's going to separate themselves from the pack?
Who has enough ruthless aggression?
Today marks the beginning of a new era.
We pushed the hell out of each other. It was crazy.
If you have it in you, reach up and damn it, take it. Ruthless aggression.
Portland, Oregon, the home to NXT TakeOver, the picturesque Pacific Northwest, playing host to a momentous night for the black and gold brand. And I mentioned a momentous night. Well, it's become a WrestleMania moment type of night. Charlotte Flair will challenge Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship.
Possibly one of the greatest announcements in the history of NXT. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley has her WrestleMania match, but tonight Charlotte Flair made it real.
Absolutely, everybody is going to be talking about this, and one person whose opinion I want to hear is the WWE COO and the creator of NXT, Triple H, who will take to Facebook Live immediately following TakeOver Portland. I can't wait to hear what he says about Flair Ripley at WrestleMania.
And the hits just keep on coming here at a stacked NXT TakeOver.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Representing the Undisputed Era, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
On a night where Keith Lee has successfully defended the NXT North American title and Rhea Ripley retaining the NXT Women's Championship, here comes Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish to defend the NXT Tag Team titles.
Kyle O'Reilly took to Instagram to say, "We are the definition of cohesiveness and masters of combat. We plan on dismantling this makeshift tag team with precision and efficiency. That's what Undisputed does."
You'd have to say Fish and O'Reilly are the favourites in this matchup. They've been a team longer than NXT has even existed.
O'Reilly, the only wrestler to defend the NXT Tag Team titles with 3 different partners at an NXT TakeOver, those being the other 3 members of the UE. His steady partner Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and the NXT champion Adam Cole, who will defend the title against Tommaso Ciampa in tonight's main event.
Well, here we go.
And the opponents, the team of Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, the Bruiserweights.
Well, Matt the Stallion is driving the Bros, or in this case, the Brosermobile.
Now that is riding in style. And check out the fashion choices on Dunne and Riddle. Can you say that, Mauro?
Bro. Portland. The Broserweights got one question. How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? Oh, hold on. Everyone, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? one more time. How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
Well,
finally,
Bobby
thank God for
Fish and
that.
Kyle O'Reilly not about the fishy business, and they are getting this battle underway. Of course, it will not officially start until all four are in the ring, and the Broserweights, the 2020 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, making it to Portland following their excellent adventure, but not off to a, well, now Riddle turning the tables on Fish.
We have not even had a bell ring yet. These men have yet to start this matchup.
Excellent adventure. More like a craptastic voyage in my book.
Oh, and
And
Bobby
finally.
Fish putting the boots too. Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, and talk about instant chemistry. I know that Dunne sometimes finds Riddle as annoying as autocorrect, but you cannot deny the fact that they became the winners of the Classic as the match is officially underway.
Bell's run now, the match is underway.
Dunne and Riddle certainly found lightning in a bottle with their tag team, and it's taken them all the way to this moment.
Much like Finn Balor and Samoa Joe did in the inaugural Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Balor coming off that incredible victory over Johnny Gargano earlier tonight, and O'Reilly dropping Riddle before making the tag to Fish.
Matt Riddle now tries to exchange strikes with Bobby Fish. That Muay Thai experience to give the advantage to Fish.
Fish does not appreciate being reduced to mean material. He's an accomplished athlete.
Well, both Fish and O'Reilly. Oh, hold on a second.
Gut wrench suplex. Matt Riddle, former mixed martial artist, took to the sports entertainment game like a fish to water. You see what I did
Wow,
there, Mr.
I sure
McGinnis?
did, unfortunately.
Pete Dunne now making the tag, the legal man. And the combination of the Broserweights continues to be highly effective.
Fluid, continuous strikes. Great tag team work.
O'Reilly and Fish, one of the most decorated tag teams on a planet. Whether here, across the pond in Japan, they have dominated the tag team scene, and there's a reason that the UE is a faction, the only three-time NXT tag team champions in history. Pete Dunne wants to make that reign history.
O'Reilly getting overcome with emotion here.
Hold on.
O'Reilly, and now
No.
Pete Dunne in the NXT kitchen, wrist twisting, like it stir fry.
His air guitar playing career is over.
Oh, watch out.
Hungry here. Oh, and the X-Plex there by Pete Dunne. Kyle O'Reilly missing with that Superman punch. Oh!
Pete Dunne having the Undisputed Era scouted, evidently.
Oh! And my goodness, X-Plex is for everyone. You get an X-Plex, you get an X-Plex.
Just don't look under your seat. There might be something else there for you.
Dunne bringing the action back into the ring.
That's Broserweight type chemistry there, Mr. McGinnis. Bobby Fish now in the throes of a hammerlock here by the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, involved in the 2017 NXT Match of the Year at TakeOver Chicago against Tyler Bate.
Joint manipulation again from Pete Dunne.
Oh, it's hard
Just
to
this
watch.
vicious, sadistic man.
And that's a sadistic boot right to the rib cage of Bobby Fish, who's had, of course, his fair share of injuries. Who hasn't when you're at this level, when you are competing at the highest level?
Look at that.
Being champion, it's one thing to become a champion, it's another thing to stay champion. And Undisputed Era has done a great job as tag team champions.
Oh, wow. Pete Dunne striking his way out of the corner.
Jumping knee strike. Look at Kyle O'Reilly. Sublime striking.
Beautiful leg sweep on Peter Dunne. Now attack. In comes Fish, the veteran of the team. Oh, shot to the midsection of the liver.
And the UE keeping things very methodical. slowing down the pace, keeping Dunn from making the tag and driving Dunn into hostile territory. Dunn, though, valiantly fighting off the UE before Bobby Fish delivers the Samoan drop.
Dunn and Riddle may have hoped that their antics would throw the UE off their game, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
Knee on belly there.
Nigel, talk to the fluidity, the smoothness of Kyle O'Reilly's offense.
We're getting a great example. Knee on belly, transitioning from one side. It really is the hallmark of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu there. Waiting for an off. Oh, wait on a second.
And now it's Dunn looking to take a page out of O'Reilly's playbook. The tag was made, though. Johnny on the spot. Senton Atomico by Fish.
Oh, yes.
Covered by Fish with the crossface. Dunn's shoulders are down. Oh, Dunn bridging out.
And that's
Little matrix escape.
That's a perfect example of why you want to cut off the ring and keep your opponent as close to your tag team partner as possible.
Oh, yes. Shot to the jaw, and now the midsection and the leg. Whoa.
Notice that Fish targeting different aspects of the body, setting the table for Kyle O'Reilly. Incredible cohesion here between the UE, but Pete Dunne again desperately trying to fight out a danger, and Pete Dunne now.
Got some space on the outside. Oh, hold on.
No.
Oh,
yes.
Dragon screw, leg whip, and then adding insult to injury.
Look at
Bobby
that.
Fish.
How many legs could Bobby Fish break if Bobby Fish could break legs?
Oh, Nigel,
Come on.
give yourself that
Get
pat.
with it. Get with it.
Hey, where's Barry Horowitz when you need him? Oh, there's a cover by Bobby Fish. And Bobby Fish almost putting away Pete Dunne for the NXT Tag Team titles.
There it is.
Wow.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Exhibit A of why the UE is the only three-time NXT Tag Team champions. It's a tag team clinic.
Undisputed Era have been working hard for this matchup, spending time in the gym.
Well, they've spent a lot more time together, Beth, than the Broserweights, who teamed specifically to enter the Dusty Classic, and then they end up winning it.
Nonetheless, the Broserweights have done such a great job of figuring out their chemistry and what works for them. Hey, it might be unorthodox, but it's got them this far.
It was instant. You know, both teams.
Whoa,
Incredible amount of chemistry. Here's the UE double team on Dunn. Tip up. Fish on his feet. Oh, and there's a boot to the face of O'Reilly as Dunn desperately trying to make his way across the ring. Malfunction at the junction.
And there's a clear path for Dunn.
Sen just half a foot away. Now both members in.
Oh, wow. O'Reilly.
Tag is made.
Fish got him with the step of Enziguri, and now Matt Riddle. The original Bro using his original offense on the UE.
Wow.
Exploder suplex.
Get out of Riddle's way.
Wow. Matt Riddle manhandling the UE and putting the Dunn in the exclamation point with a pair of Brotons and a PK.
And following up. Oh, beautiful.
Buster. Wow!
Riddle won't be stopped.
Matt Riddle, a one-man wrecking crew. Go to sleep in the Everest German suplex. Oh my goodness!
Riddle may have wished he was wearing boots. You could see there as he tried to drive.
The NXT Universe appreciating the incredible technique, power, and speed of Matt Riddle. Oh, what a knee.
Riley saw it coming.
And tag was made there to Pete Dunne.
It's Pete Dunne there, Nigel.
Not in Canada. Oh, wow. All the way up.
Oh, and there's again the tandem offense of the Broserweights. Dunne looking to win the NXT Tag Team titles. Remember, Dunne had made it to an NXT Tag Team title match with Roderick Strong before Strong showed his true colors in making the Undisputed Era into a dominant quartet.
The Undisputed Era had fulfilled their prophecy of dripping in gold.
Wait a second, what is this?
Oh, it's the Broserweights who look to be dripping in gold. Mamma mia!
Oh, O'Reilly was lying in wait, he got his knees up. Riddle is hurt now.
The floating bro, the Orihara moonsault, the Broserweights, and the UE showing the effects of this physical battle.
Look on Pete Dunne's face now. Belies the offense. Oh!
Bobby Fish, oh my goodness, both of them.
Kick the post.
O'Reilly's back on his feet.
O'Reilly with a Superman forearm. Misses that kick. Oh, and it's... Matt Riddle was looking for that riptide knee. Ripcord knee, I should say.
Fighting spirit. But another German again.
Oh, final flash. German suplex with a release. Oh, wow. Rolling elbow by O'Reilly. And another nasty knee strike by Riddle. A standing ovation for this NXT Tag Team title match here in Portland, Beth.
Well deserved. Both of these men have been through so much. But can Undisputed Era pull one out?
On the outside.
Riddle spearing Bobby Fish. Matt Riddle more motivated than I have ever seen him in an NXT ring.
And now he is poised. Come on, Bobby, get back up there.
Bobby Fish trying to make his way back into the ring. Kyle O'Reilly, the chop block. The chop block by Fish.
You can see Riddle's knee
Butterfly
buckle.
hook. Oh, my. Oh, wow. Cover here, matchbook cover. Both shoulders down. Can Riddle escape? He does. He does.
But there is no one in Matt Riddle's corner. And if Undisputed Era can be quick enough, they can end this match now. Come on.
What an incredible series of maneuvers.
Oh, but Matt Riddle with the waist lock. That was broken up by O'Reilly. Double knee strike. Tag is made. In comes Pete Dunne.
Oh, double wrist lock with the body scissors.
British strong style on display here in the USA.
Oh, no. O'Reilly's got it.
Head and arm clutch.
Head and arm.
Oh, look at this.
He's going to put...
Oh, axe kick. Axe kick as O'Reilly taking a page out of the late great Andy Hogue. And now he was thwarted at doing his impression of Nigel McGuinness with the pendulum lariat.
But it's Les Kelly, but now into the armbar attempt.
Belly down Russian armbar attempt by Dunne. Rolled through by O'Reilly into the ankle lock.
Yes.
Wow.
They've got to get up pretty early.
Chain wrestling here at the NXT TakeOver event. Oh, wow.
Come on.
Cruiserweight's looking for submissions in stereo.
O'Reilly is the legal man.
Fish kicking to get out of it.
Oh, yes. Look at that. Scorpion Deathlock. Yes.
O'Reilly with the Scorpion Deathlock. Meanwhile, Fish looking for that guillotine choke, but Matt Riddle now reversing it. Riddle straight, Fish on his feet. And now with the back, jumping on the back.
Oh, come on, sit deep. This could be it.
That Weaver lock, oh, what a knee. What a knee, the spatial awareness, the ring presence of Matt Riddle. An incredible night here at NXT TakeOver Portland, the first blockbuster black and gold brand here in the Pacific Northwest.
But the Undisputed Era able to effectively take the steam out of the Broserweights.
Well, Bobby Fish, the legal man, Pete Dunne playing a little possum, launches Fish into the ropes, and the momentum with that German suplex release.
Snap German, double stomp. This time the kick lands to the back of the neck.
Oh, Bobby Fish is in a prostrate position. Face first on the canvas, and now Matt Riddle going all the way to the top. Dunne has Fish in the electric chair.
Doomsday device attempt.
Oh, it's Doomsday for the Broserweights. Great minds, Nigel.
Oh, kick from Kyle O'Reilly.
Speaking of great minds.
Mamma mia, what a suplex, an avalanche suplex by Fish. And O'Reilly. Oh, the King Kong knee drop by O'Reilly looking for the submission.
Knee bar. Looking for the leg lock, he has it. Oh dear, Matt Riddle is gonna have to tap. Look at the angle of the knee.
He's got it cinched in deep.
Heel hook.
Oh, and Fish keeping Pete Dunne at bay. How much can Matt Riddle sustain? How much can he endure? He has trained for years in BJJ submission and striking. How do you train for that?
Done with the stomp. Oh, the stomp to the wrist, the left wrist of Kyle O'Reilly.
And you saw the look of emotion on Pete Dunne's face. Riddle crawling to the corner.
Awesome indeed, as strikes raining in.
3 words that best describe NXT, and you are seeing an awesome display in this NXT Tag Team Championship match.
Oh, look at that.
Wait a minute. We saw the malfunction between the UE, and now we just saw Dunne inadvertently wipe out his partner Riddle.
Oh, I can't wait to see what happens now.
Dunne's got a hold of those fingers.
Don't get there. All right, he's got to break it.
Dunne loves the finger food as long as it's vegan. As long as it's vegan, and O'Reilly now. Oh, wow. The left hand. Looking for the bitter end. Will it be the end of the NXT Tag Team title reign for the UE?
In comes Riddle.
Oh, no!
Again.
Riddle's intentions were to take out O'Reilly.
Doesn't matter what his intentions were now. He took out Dunne. Chasing the Dragon. It's over. UE retain. 2 and 3. Come on!
Big Dunne! I think Bobby Fish just earned a few more grades after that cover. Unbelievable. How the hell did Dunne kick out, Beth?
I have no idea. Pure heart and determination.
And UE, though, tandem offense. Dunne back elbow and a forearm to Fish. Oh, Dunne landing on his feet. Tag was made by Riddle. Pop up. Roundhouse kicks in stereo. Riddle is the legal man for the Bruiserweights. Final flash to Fish. Tandem offense there. Oh!
Stereo strikes, but O'Reilly to the outside.
Fish with the... Oh, wow! Bruiserweights! Bruiserweights are the new NXT Tag Team Champions!
The new NXT Tag Team Champions! Pete Dunne, Matt Riddle, the Bruiserweights!
A team that was put together to compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The Bruiserweights are now the NXT Tag Team Champions.
I didn't think NXT TakeOver could get any better, but I was wrong. Take a look at your new Tag Team Champions.
Absolute disaster for the Undisputed Era.
The Bruiserweights bested former NXT UK Tag Team Champions Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster to open the tournament, then prevailed over Imperium's Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner in the semis before they defeated the grizzled young veterans. And then this happened, Nigel.
With stereo strikes and with a deep hook of both legs, the Bruiserweights take the titles from the Undisputed Era.
Jubilation on the face of Matt Riddle winning his first title here in NXT. The former NXT UK champion, Pete Dunne, is now a tag team champ as well. The epic journey of the Bruiserweights culminates with Riddle and Dunne becoming NXT Tag Team Champions. Bro.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
The historic night known as NXT TakeOver. WrestleMania weekend, NXT TakeOver in Tampa, but tonight is all about this epic night at NXT TakeOver Portland.
Well, you mentioned NXT TakeOver Tampa, and one competitor who is definitely going to be there, Keith Lee, the still North American champion. Talking of Lee, we will see him this Tuesday on WWE Backstage on FS1 with Renee Young and the two-time Hall of Famer Booker T, and of course the Hall of Famer Mark Henry will be there as well.
That's Tuesday, but tonight we want to send a special thanks to Poppy again for an unforgettable performance of Phil the Crown, one of the NXT TakeOver Portland themes for tonight. Thanks to Poppy.
And coming up, the main event of the night, arguably the greatest champion in NXT history, Adam Cole defends against the man who never lost the title, Tommaso Ciampa. It's next.
238 days. I was the greatest
sports entertainer of all time.
They were the greatest 238 days of my life. Then it stopped. Almost a year ago to the day, I stood in this auditorium and I gave away my life. Adam Cole, you took my life.
The coronation of Adam Cole is complete!
Adam, your legacy is tainted because you had my title handed to you. And Adam, it's just you and me. Daddy's home. When it's just you and the champ.
What an ignominious way to sign the contract.
I'm so sick of the same song and dance. You guys see Ciampa? This is my life. My life is being the greatest NXT champion there has ever been.
Adam Cole, a man is most dangerous when he has nothing to lose.
This rivalry cannot be contained!
Come take over Portland, I'm gonna teach Tommaso Ciampa a lesson.
Oh no! Axe across the back!
Your story with the NXT Championship is over.
Adam Cole, what if there's one guy who's been through that much more?
Hurt or not, banged up or not, I have shown the world nobody can stop me.
In Portland, Goldie comes home. In Portland, I take my life back over my dead body.
And that is undisputed.
A tremendous night in Portland culminates with the NXT Championship match. Tommaso Ciampa was forced to relinquish the NXT title he calls Goldie back in March of last year when he underwent neck surgery. Ciampa was out of action for nearly 7 months, returning this past October to confront Adam Cole. And Nigel, Ciampa said his life without the title has been empty, but he has certainly been laser focused on the man who now calls himself champion.
Well, Ciampa identified as the NXT champion to such an extent that he absolutely had to get that title back after it was taken from him without anybody beating him for the title.
And the Blackheart Bev leading a team to victory over Cole's Undisputed Era in War Games, landing the final blow in the battle by driving the NXT champ through 2 tables with that air raid crash from the top of the cage.
Ciampa certainly deserves to be standing in this ring. He took to Twitter to say, TakeOver comes down to one thing, who wants it more?
The contract signing culminated with Ciampa doing what he said he was going to do, drive the champion through a table. He took out the Undisputed Era. Yui tried to return the favor.
That has been the MO for the Undisputed Era. A team that was the preeminent faction in NXT as we see the NXT champion, Adam Cole, in his rightful position at the top of the heap.
55 years ago yesterday, world-renowned singer and jazz pianist Nat King Cole passed away. NXT's King Cole's title reign has been unforgettable and then undisputed.
By hook or by crook, Undisputed Era has done everything that they possibly can to maintain the gold. But tonight, as we saw earlier, new tag team champions crowned. We're seeing cracks in the foundation of Undisputed Era. You gotta ask yourself, is that gonna get into Cole's mind?
Adam Cole, the last man standing in the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong lost the NXT North American title to Keith Lee, and we just saw the Broserweights supplant Fish and O'Reilly.
To your point, Mo, about Nat King Cole, Adam Cole has to straighten up and fly straight.
Just how good is Adam Cole? He's headlining his record 5th straight NXT TakeOver.
Cole said on Twitter, I don't give a damn who you are. This is mine, and no one will take it from me.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Championship! Introducing the challenger from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa!
Cole and Ciampa continuing from where they left off last
his
Wednesday.
Opponent, representing the Undisputed Era, he is the NXT Champion, Adam Cole!
Adam Cole's title reign now at 260 days. The record belongs to Finn Balor at 292 days. Tommaso Ciampa says Goldie's coming home to daddy tonight.
You heard what Adam Cole said in reply, over my dead body. Let's hope not.
You want to talk about days, Morrow? 142 days. The amount of days it took for Ciampa to come back from neck surgery, that's what he's made of as a competitor.
A lot of talking, but the time for talking is over. I have a feeling this won't be our last visit to Portland. What a night, what a crowd, and here we are with the main event, the NXT Championship match. Tommaso Ciampa, you talk about impressive. He became champion, beating former champ Aleister Black in his 10th singles match in NXT. Think about that, Nigel.
You see there, trying to get inside the head of Adam Cole. It was an incredible statistic you just gave there, Morrow. But really, statistics go out the door once this bell starts ringing.
We've seen how effective Ciampa's been at mind games in the past as well.
Both of these competitors are wily veterans of the mat game.
Opportunistic and definitely have high ring IQs. That's why they have reached the summit. But you look at what Adam Cole was able to do in 2019 and Anis Mirabilis with the Undisputed Prophecy. But 2020, so far an Anis Horribilis for the UE, and Cole wants to, well, plug the leak, as it were.
Straighten up and fly right if Bebe can do that. Now just trying to control Ciampa.
What do you look for early in this match, Beth, when you get another opportunity like Ciampa has? What do you think a strategy should be?
Well, I've never seen an athlete as focused on the championship as Tommaso Ciampa. What he's come back from, how hard that he's worked. And he's got to be careful to make sure that he doesn't get stopped early by Adam Cole.
Yeah, Ciampa looks very calm, very methodical. He realizes the caliber of champion.
Oh, and Cole getting stopped twice. Shoulder tackles by the challenger, who dumps Cole out of the ring. Oh, and already looking for Willow's bell. And again, there you speaks to the intelligence and the homework that's been done by the champion. And don't let Adam Cole's bravado fool you. This guy does his homework. This guy is an astute student.
He is a consummate pro without a doubt. Oh,
the Ciampa revels in being able to rattle the champion. There we go. You see an example of that right here.
It's hard to see a guy like Adam Cole who's incredibly handsome, confident.
Ciampa
belies how talented a champion he is.
Ciampa securing the side headlock, keeping Adam Cole neutralized.
We know just how important the NXT Championship was to Tommaso Ciampa. It meant absolutely everything to Ciampa. It really was the epitome of everything. Oh, hold on.
Oh, the counter, and again, Ciampa securing the side headlock, and how just devastating it was for Ciampa to relinquish the title, or having to surrender what he's worked his entire career for.
I think it spoke so much to Ciampa's mental state. Even when he first came to NXT. Hold on a second.
Fish hook there by Cole.
Well, Goldie was the drive each and every single day for Ciampa to train and make his way back to the squared circle.
Cole returning the favor with a shoulder tackle. Telegraphing the back body drop, and blocking the kick is Tommaso Ciampa. So again, Beth, these two know each other very well, and I think it's going to take a critical mistake to determine a winner in this match.
He said Adam Cole did his homework coming into this, but so did Ciampa.
The way that Ciampa has controlled this matchup thus far, very impressive. To me, Ciampa reminds me of like a veteran of the yesteryears when guys would rarely find their success until their 30s. This man now has really got absolutely everything, mentally, physically. He's at the peak condition. But is it enough to stop Adam Cole?
Adam Cole became the NXT champion in arguably the greatest match in NXT history, beating Johnny Gargano. Of course, their trilogy featured some of the greatest matches in NXT history.
Whoa.
And in fact, it was the 2 out of 3 falls match that Johnny Gargano became champion, and that was named the match of the year and the rivalry of the year, Cole and Gargano. But tonight it's Cole and Ciampa.
Oh, this is all about Cole and Ciampa tonight in Portland for the NXT title.
And a methodical, very deliberate pace here, Beth.
Deliberate pace, but again, I'm thinking about the mental state of Adam Cole right now, coming into this matchup after his teammates just lost the tag team championship.
You bring up a great point, and this will test his mettle as champion, knowing that he is the last man standing for the Undisputed Era, and Ciampa no longer standing thanks to Adam Cole. Adam Cole, first NXT champion to defend the title on Raw, SmackDown, Survivor Series, and now giving himself a little too much credit. Ciampa taking it to the champ.
Some mind games for Ciampa did not pay off.
Wow, bouncing, calls for it. Off the ring post now. Oh my God, sending Cole right over the broadcast table. Again, champion's advantage, referee administering the count. I know Ciampa's furious, but he's got to bring it to the ring. Oh my God! The Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa! Oh man, Adam Cole dead in his sights.
Cole hasn't moved.
Noah Ciampa breaks the count. The veteran breaking the count.
And now Ciampa has to get the champion back into the ring. Can't beat him for the title on the outside.
The intensity screaming out of the eyes of Tommaso Ciampa.
Cole, smart rolling to the other side, creating more space, more separation. Well, the NXT Universe can hate it all they want. It's great strategy from the champ.
Oh no, Tommaso Ciampa! Basement dropkick, got tangled up in the ropes, but still managed to connect on the NXT champion. And Tommaso Ciampa, as aggressive as he's ever been. And what does that talk about? Remember what he's been through in his career.
And Ciampa's pace, very methodical, calculated, leaning on Adam Cole.
Think of everything that Tommaso Ciampa has had to go through to get this title opportunity. The depression of being out with an injury, not knowing if you're going to come back, how you're going to come back.
Adam Cole defending the title against Finn Balor, against Pete Dunne at Survivor Series. Can he survive this challenge from Tommaso Ciampa as his ribs came crashing down on the top of the barricade?
Oh, hold on now.
I have a feeling this does not end well for the NXT champion.
But Tommaso Ciampa up to the count of 7, breaking the count. He's got to stop gloating and got to start trying to beat Adam Cole.
Ciampa's not done yet. His strategy might be to do as much damage as possible on the floor.
I think Ciampa just really showing his own chip, feeling it as he knows what he's had to overcome, knowing that he never lost the title, unloading on Adam Cole and the referee, imploring them to get back to the ring.
Hold on!
My God! Oh my God! Adam Cole is out cold! Tommaso Ciampa! Somehow Ciampa's got to drag the carcass of Cole.
Just watch the impact to the side of the jaw. I believe the left foot of Tommaso Ciampa landed on the neck of Cole as well.
That is the scariest smile I've ever seen as Ciampa stares at Goldie. He can feel it, he can sense it, he can almost touch it. But first, he's got to touch Adam Cole in a physical, brutal sense.
Well, the official showing some lenience here in this NXT Championship matchup.
I don't like what I see in Ciampa's eyes.
Tommaso Ciampa eyeing our broadcast table. Oh, Adam Cole landing on his feet. Cole blocking the kick, avoids the step-up Enziguri.
Oh no.
Wheelbarrow kick. Oh my God!
Come on!
Are you kidding me? Holy! Oh Jesus! There are not many times when I'm speechless, Nigel. I am speechless.
There's no words that can do that justice. That is injustice, inhuman.
This match is over. This match, for all intents and purposes, is over. Tommaso Ciampa's surgically repaired neck is... Oh, come on. I know what Goldie means to Ciampa, but he's got a family, Beth.
He has a family, his daughter Willow, and you can see the way his neck snapped back, possibly causing whiplash.
It was Ciampa's back, the middle of Ciampa's back landed right across the edge of our announce table.
I can't overstate being that close, Nigel, hearing the impact, seeing the result. I can't believe Ciampa is still stirring.
And now Cole continuing to lay the pressure where the damage had been done.
This is my championship. This is mine, no. Give up.
This incredibly vociferous crowd sitting as stunned as we are, following what we witnessed.
Let's go.
And the fact that Tommaso Ciampa desperately trying to break this lock. Oh, the bridge by Ciampa.
How on earth is Ciampa able to bridge?
What a kick to the face by the NXT champion, Adam Cole. He thinks his work is done. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to see this again.
There's no give whatsoever. The table didn't break.
And while he did hit the back, Nigel, the reverberations shot through his surgically repaired neck.
I mean, that would have hurt my toes.
You can only imagine how much pain Ciampa is. He keeps clawing at those trapezius muscles.
And this just speaks to Ciampa's dogged determination to become NXT champion again.
He keeps clawing, pounding away.
Cole and Ciampa, they are at the summit of NXT, and now the summit of this ring. Adam Cole looking for the sunset bomb. Oh my.
Oh, that's gotta be it. That has gotta be it. Cover the man, this match is over.
Not helping his neck or his back. Adam Cole, inexorable in his attack, going for the cover. NXT champion, no.
And the pain etched on the face here. Look where the knees land. Bam! The exact same position that was driven into the announce table. For Tommaso Ciampa, he is a wounded animal.
Look at the veins popping in Ciampa's head from the pain that he must be suffering in. And Cole continues to lay on him.
The longer this match goes, the more it hurts. The worse it gets for Tommaso Ciampa.
And Cole merciless in his attack.
Ooh, well-placed knee to the midsection by Adam Cole, looking for the Hangman's neck breaker. Now backslide by Ciampa. Champion shoulders are down for it too.
But even that required him to post on the top of his head.
And now Cole on the apron. Ciampa again looking for Willow's bell.
I might get it, no. Well, I'm Adam Cole, switching his hips to get inside the ring.
Cole was looking for Ushigoroshi, counters with a step-up enziguri to the neck area of Tommaso Ciampa. Cole now setting the table for a potential Panama Sunrise. Oh, countered beautifully by Ciampa.
The Panama Sunrise, if he'd have hit it, would have been the sunset for Ciampa, but instead, look at the jumping knee strike, landing perfectly on the jaw of the NXT champion.
The metronome timing of Tommaso Ciampa, and we've seen Adam Cole have impeccable timing, not that time.
Adam Cole, one of the best to ever lace up a pair of boots. But Ciampa has heart. He's been through so much.
Well, both these competitors have referred to themselves as the greatest NXT champion of all time.
Oh, clothesline from Ciampa. And another one on the champion. Reversal on the Irish whip. Ciampa, able to take advantage of Cole telegraphing that back body drop.
And the momentum continues to move. There we go.
German suplex by Ciampa.
Ciampa channeling parts unknown. Here we go.
Tommaso Ciampa looking to join Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura as the only two-time NXT champions.
Torture rack bomb got very, very close.
And once again, even lifting the body of Adam Cole, putting added pressure onto the neck and shoulders. You see Ciampa still suffering the effects of that German suplex under the announce table.
Ciampa's been a part of so many legendary moments at NXT takeovers, but this one would be something extra special, especially overcoming career-threatening neck surgery in hopes of reclaiming something he loves almost as much as his child Willow, that being Goldie, the NXT title. But now Adam Cole has Ciampa up, rolling crucifix.
Cole keeps hold. Oh, he was trying for a second there,
but now Cole has the crucifix. Shoulders down for 2.
Ciampa trying for the bridging armbar, couldn't get it.
Ciampa looked to block it, and then Cole on the move.
Oh, and Cole blasting Ciampa with the knee, and now Cole has Ciampa and delivers the Ushigoroshi on the neck.
Into the
Ushigoroshi on the neck, Cole with the cover, and Ciampa barely escaped.
And the NXT champion now clearly focusing on the upper back and neck of Tommaso Ciampa. You can understand why. It's a perfect strategy, especially after the damage done here on the announce table. But what does Tommaso Ciampa have left?
Cole himself has been through so much in this matchup. Earlier on, it was all Ciampa.
Adam Cole defeated Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver 25 last June, and now defending it here at NXT TakeOver Portland. The road to WrestleMania weekend underway, and what a night it has been here. And Adam Cole now on the precipice of maybe putting Tommaso Ciampa.
Wait a second, what's going on here?
Cole may have lost his balance there.
This is precarious to say the least. Oh, Ciampa trying to get a better foothold on the middle rope.
There's not a lot of space to balance on those ropes, only 2 or 3 inches.
Both of them willing to throw caution to the wind as Adam Cole looking for an avalanche Panama Sunrise. Although we saw what Ciampa did to Cole at NXT TakeOver War Games with the air raid crash.
Oh no! No!
Oh my God!
Crash by Ciampa! We have a new NXT champion!
Just watch here the impact to the neck of Adam Cole. But look how Ciampa grabs his own neck when he hooks a leg. He just couldn't get enough body weight across Cole's shoulder to secure the victory.
It took an air raid crash from the top of the cage at War Games to put away Adam Cole. An avalanche air raid crash almost cost Cole the title tonight.
But guys, that speaks to what Adam Cole is made of.
Wow! Kicked off by Ciampa, super kick by the champion on the challenger. And again, champion's advantage.
Oh, come on, no.
Oh no, Cole looking to take advantage of the real estate around ringside.
Please.
No.
No.
Oh, Ciampa fights it off. Powerbomb! The carnage speaks for itself here in Portland.
Indescribable brutality.
And it's not over, Nigel. Tommaso Ciampa staggering his way to the prone NXT champion. Beth, how much more can either of these gladiators sustain?
This action has left all of us breathless.
Ciampa was almost maimed and now trying to do the same thing to the NXT champion! The Undisputed Era's here couldn't get up to a much worse start!
Oh, Cole tried to move out the way of the knee to protect himself, but it landed somewhat. Here comes Ciampa.
And there comes Adam Cole's foot to the face in the form of a super kick! What a clothesline by Ciampa!
Oh! Double knees, Project Ciampa!
No!
NXT champion still alive.
If Project Ciampa couldn't deliver Goldie, what the hell will? A thunderous ovation from this appreciative crowd here in Portland. It has been a card for the ages.
An unbelievable performance by both of these two competitors.
Ciampa's mouth wide open, gasping for air. He realizes how close he is now.
And that's where mistakes happen, when fatigue sets in, Nigel.
But nonetheless, both competitors pushing forward. What grit and determination.
They may be operating purely on instinct at this point, Nigel.
Just reflex. Strikes thrown from every angle.
And every strike expends valuable energy. They have to make it pay. Oh! Bicycle kick by Cole and another one. Ciampa falls out of the ring. Have Ciampa's title aspirations fallen with him? Cole attempting a tope. We've never seen the champion do that in NXT. And Ciampa shows why. Wow. Desperate times calling for desperate measures.
It was a desperate measure from Cole. He realized it was late in the match. Realized it was late in the match. Thought perhaps that Ciampa had been weakened enough to hit the tope, but no. Ciampa lying in wait.
And that, again, speaks to what the title means to Adam Cole, willing to risk his body in ways we've never seen him do it here in NXT.
And again, at this point, both of these...
Oh my
there
God!
we go!
Planting Tommaso Ciampa!
So far, nothing Cole's been able to do has been able to put Ciampa away. High risk here.
Oh, another Uchi-Garoshi, the neck crashing across the patella tendon. Cover! Oh my God, man. Ciampa's got that second wind, guys. He is unloading on Adam Cole. Oh my God, Cole unloads with a couple of kicks.
Cole had been trying to talk some
No! Last shot! Last shot! Last shot connects for the NXT champion.
Cover!
Exposed knee to the injured neck.
But look at the savvy, the guile, the craftiness of Ciampa.
Even with his eyes closed, Tommaso Ciampa rolled until he felt that bottom rope and safety.
And it's as if the last shot never happened, because now Ciampa giving himself an opportunity to recover.
Ciampa's ring awareness paying off.
He may recover somewhat, Morrow, but no close to a full tank. Both competitors have given so much.
And that's you're absolutely right, Nigel. I was saying it was very smart on his part to buy himself this valuable time.
What can he do with the time now?
Oh, Adam Cole looking to take advantage.
Hold on.
No. Alright, crash on the unforgiving apron. Broken bodies leading to potential broken dreams.
Trying for the Panama Sunrise again, but instead it was Ciampa reversing and bam! The air raid crash into the apron.
You could see the compression on Adam Cole's chest and ribs.
And Ciampa not the only one with a pain in the neck after Cole came crashing down on the apron, but the only way Ciampa can win is by getting Cole back in the ring. Oh, fairy tale ending on the outside now! Oh, there is a
Hold on.
Oh my, Adam Cole's on the table.
Oh my God.
Adam Cole standing on our table. Adam Cole looking for the Panama Sunrise.
That's it.
God.
That is it.
My God.
Get him in the ring, pin him. This match is over.
Ciampa's career could be over.
Cole's looking to do just that.
Adam Cole rolls the challenger into the ring. Cole 3 seconds away from retaining the... What the hell?
Kidding me.
A bigger comeback than Lazarus. Where the hell is Ciampa getting this? Ciampa looking for the fairy tale ending. And what a fairy tale it is. Don't call it a comeback. But Goldie is coming. Oh!
I do not believe my eyes.
Wow, I can't
It was
smell.
tears of elation that have turned into tears of heartbreak now for Tommaso Ciampa.
And while it's been anything but a pleasure for Ciampa and Cole, what a pleasure it is to be here ringside, to be a part of this atmosphere in Portland. This is a recording. Ciampa. Oh, Cole hanging on for dear life.
Two men who've given it their all for a title
What
run.
the? Crossface here.
Crossface from the champion.
Cole cranking
Oh,
up that neck.
look at the left shoulder.
And Cole demanding the Ciampa tap.
Come on, Ciampa.
On the talk on the neck has got to be absolute agony.
Oh, and there, why Adam Cole the champion, but a quick reversal by Ciampa.
There you go.
The left arm, the left arm almost dead, yes.
And Cole scurrying, trying to get to that bottom rope.
Oh, look at
trying
this.
to maintain his grip on the NXT title.
Stop it.
Right underneath the jaw of the champion. Oh, yes.
But nothing will stop Ciampa.
Ciampa's left arm is almost useless at this point. I think it was damage to the neck or the back.
Cole rolls out of the ring, will buy himself some time, but...
Oh, wait a second.
Hold on.
That's Roderick Strong, former NXT North American champion Roderick Strong, diverting the referee's attention.
What?
Oh, come on.
Young better be careful.
You remember Roderick Strong trying to interject himself. There's O'Reilly. Come on. These pack of wolves are doing it again.
Oh, no man's land. Down goes Ciampa.
The referee didn't see it.
The booze raining down here at the Moda Center.
This is despicable.
You mentioned Hawker by truck. Not like this.
There's strength in numbers, but there's strength in belief, in desire.
Adam Cole's insurance policy did not pay off.
Well said, Nigel. And the strength of Ciampa's belief and desire continues to unfold here. Oh, and Cole misses with the last shot. Ciampa on his feet, and Ciampa sends Cole into O'Reilly and Fitch, and Roderick Strong. Welcome to Willow's Bell. Oh my God! Corkscrew Pescado by Ciampa.
Look at this. Tommaso Ciampa has taken out all 4 members of the Undisputed Era.
Just like he did at the NXT arena. Now looking to take out Cole with a super kick and another one. Oh, takes 3.
Ciampa out on his knees.
Last shot. Oh God, he hit the last shot. And that has got to be it for Tommaso Ciampa. Adam Cole with the cover. Okay, I've seen it all. I've seen it all, Nigel. And Beth. I think Adam Cole has seen it all too. Incredible.
Well, Ciampa's still in this, so we're not done yet, Mauro.
How will this end? Oh, wait a second.
O'Reilly has the NXT Championship, leaving it in the corner for NXT champ Adam Cole, and O'Reilly. Again, referee trying to allow this match to continue. Ciampa, though, trying to stop Adam Cole's title reign. Oh, and into the referee goes Ciampa, and things just got worse.
Oh, a whole lot worse for Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, come on!
Into the garden of good and evil goes the evil Adam Cole. And turnabout is fair play. Oh, fairy tale ending by Ciampa, but no referee. Garden can't come home yet.
They can count to 100. We've got to get an official out here.
A crestfallen Tommaso Ciampa, knowing that 3 seconds away from garnering Goldie again, and he can't do anything about it now, Beth.
You can see the look on his face.
Oh!
Oh, hold on!
Well, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa's former partner, the former NXT Tag Team Champions. Oh no, they were also bitter rivals at one time. Oh my God! Adam Cole covering Tommaso Ciampa.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT champion, Adam Cole!
Adam Cole may be the NXT champion, but let's not bury the lead. The rebel heart, the heart and soul of NXT, Johnny Gargano, has just broken the heart of every NXT fan.
What a turncoat Johnny Gargano turned out to be. But Adam Cole has righted the ship of the United Undisputed Era.
After losing to Finn Balor earlier tonight, something has snapped in Johnny Gargano.
I am shocked and disappointed. This is not the Johnny Gargano that we know.
But it's hard to see, it is unusual to see the Undisputed Era without being draped in gold. But be that as it may,
it's hard to wrap my mind around what we just witnessed. Johnny Gargano
taking the title from Ciampa, and at the perfect moment, thinking about it, and then doing it. Boom! Between the eyes of Tommaso Ciampa, but it may as well have been into his heart.
Gargano and Ciampa with one of the most intense rivalries in NXT history. Cole retaining the title, and history looks like it is repeating itself. What an incredible night it has been here at NXT TakeOver Portland. We will continue to see you on the road to WrestleMania.